Well, it's good to see that some of you have decided to make it 41 strong. Much appreciation. So, what are we going to shit on the old used tubes about? Well, it has a lot to do with running cover for those sensitive, tender motherfuckers out there in corporation, in government, in law enforcement. By and large, all of these people can't stand to have their fee-fees hurt. You know, if our new Tide Pods don't do the job and they get voted down, people might not consume them. Oh, Jesus. Fuck them motherfuckers. Fuck them all. Oh, man. Makes a motherfucker's blood boil. YouTube has decided to remove the thumbs downs. You can no longer see dislikes. Now, the creator can see the dislikes. So it's not about mental health. It's not about what they're saying. They're saying it's about mental health in such trying times. It's not about mental health. It's about running cover for people that are trying to sell shit on YouTube. That's what it's about. Gentlemen, and for the occasional lady that turns in, YouTube's days are coming to an end. They're doing all the wrong shit. Cheers. Broke down and bought some throat cancer. They're doing all the wrong shit for all the wrong reasons. Of course, they think that, $100 billion in market cap is the right reason. And for them, they wouldn't be wrong. But for us, for the creators, the people that are actually responsible for having built YouTube, it's another kick in the balls. What they're doing is they're silencing people. Just another effective way to silence people. But hey, it's their platform. If you don't like it, you could just go somewhere else. Hold on a second. Oh, man. Oh. Look at it. It's a special kind of something. All right. Good men. How are you doing out there in the world today? Well, fuckery seems to be alive and well, doesn't it? Let's go up into the top of this here chat and see what's up. I won't try to get a hold of everybody and all that good shit. Phalanx first in the house. Good evening. What's up, man? Larry B. Hey, mate. What's going on? Not a whole bunch. Lee B. Did I say Larry B? I said Lee. I should have said Lee B because that's your name. Is this scream scheduled for now? Yes, this scream is scheduled for now. Devlin McBain. Oh, synapsis. I like that. That's kind of cool. Phalanx later tonight is my assumption. No, it is right fucking now. Right now. Hey, Phalanx later tonight. No, Lee B. Okay, cool. Thanks. Pagan Monk is in the house. What's up, Riff? How you doing, man? Blue Pill Cuck. Yo, man. Yo. What's up? Silver Bullet. Hey, Hammer. Joke for you. Why don't tampons talk? I'll bet you've heard it. No, I haven't heard that one. Buy a doll and die alone. Yo, man. Yo, squishy latex. Captain Will Hammerhands, you spoiling us, man. Well, I'm sure that you've noticed if you've been paying attention to the main channel out there that I've been bombing it with shorts. That's going to continue for the next couple of days. What I'm doing is I'm clearing out all of the backlog of shit that I have on my phone so that I can free up a whole bunch of space on that. I don't like having that much shit on my phone. So, that's going to continue for the next couple of days, or at least until I'm satisfied. Notice how Chronic was dead ass stuck at 38,900 subs for like 4 weeks, 5 weeks, which is bullshit. Everybody knows it's bullshit. And I'm stuck at 23.8. Hasn't moved not a tick in weeks. So, yeah, You know what's going on. We've always known what's going on. Bend over, bend over. This stream is most likely not going to be until later. Well, it's later. Billy Lazier. That's fine. I will leave the tab open. Well, it is open, bro. Placebo effect. Good afternoon, gents. What's up, Placebo? How you doing, man? Devlin McBain. All right. Be back later then. Man, some folks are missing out. 97 of y'all. 10 minutes in. That's not too bad. I like that. Island Hermit. What's up, boys? Nothing. Just chilling. Just chilling. Salty Monkey. Gentlemen, the salt must flow. Deuce salt. Decline Management. First stream with Hammerhand. I'll be darned. Good evening, gentlemen. I hope you had a good day on your grind, not somebody else's. For me today, it's kind of been all about me, all about my son. And most days are like that. All about me, all about my son. John Gorska. I know I fuck that up every time I say it. This is just another test stream. John, what you spreading misinformation for? Beyond the Pale. Chillax in here, waiting for Senor Hammerhand. There you go. Miles Matheson, awesome sauce. MGTOW Cowboy, hello, boys. Cheers from Chicago. Got your bulletproof vest? Miles Matheson, Minnesotan hand wave. Hey. Salty Monkey. I got a second job interview in 2 hours. I'm feeling good. If I get it, it will be a 40% pay increase. Man, that's nothing to sneeze at, brother. I hope you get it. And no vomins in the shops. This is good. This is always good. Always. Men can be a handful, but it's better than what you deal with them. Yeah. Hugo Vader, support from Portugal. Oh, man. Right out there on the west side of Spain. One of my favorite Formula One circuits is in Portugal, Estoril. I have always wanted to catch a Formula One race at Estoril, but I think that will never happen. They don't use the circuit anymore. I know they're in Portimao now, but man, that Estoril circuit, I loved it. It was fast. Miles Matheson, error 304. How am I the first one to think of this? I don't know. My man. I don't know. Polska Bob on the road. That's all right, Polska. Take it easy, brother. Be safe. Keep that rubber side down. Silver Bullet, Brother Dak, slaint. Jaguar Media. Hey there, you badasses. What's up, you badasses? How you doing? I'm glad to see y'all, man. Ooh. The Ghost Pill, cream of the crop, man hour. Well, I don't know about that. I don't know. According to certain folks out here, we're degenerates, woman haters, misogynists, and a variety of other things. But fuck them. Give a fuck what they think. Fuck them. Wesley VR, Dominican Republic. Hey, what's up, D? Oh, how you doing, man? Cali115. I think that YouTube will be officially dead by 2025. That is both sad and enraging that it's being ruined on purpose. It's being weaponized. You see, it's being weaponized. The old and dying alphabet soup group, cable TV, all that horse shit is just, it's just shifting its game is what it's doing. It's sidestepping. You see, they had and have a lot of money, a lot of power, sway, influence. So they come in and they buy up interests in places like Google, Alphabet, YouTube, Fake Book. I guess it's not Fake Book anymore, right? Now it's Meta. Reminds me of Ron Artest. Shit goes south, they start changing their name. Sigma Rodan, evening, Hammerhand. What's up, Sigma? How you doing, homeboy? Dashed. Oh, yeah. Hammer time. What's up, man? Papa Rod Cassidy. Hey, Hammer, what's cracking? Nothing. My back in a minute because I slump when I'm doing this fucking thing. So, yeah. One Fast Dak at Island Hermit. Good to see you, brother. Good to see all of you in the house. Good to see you wrenches in there. Not that I'm expecting it, but keep your eyes open, wrenches. Now, don't bomb people out just because. Give them an opportunity to hang themselves. We'll give them all the rope that they need. Canadian Spider-Man. Hello and good day, everyone. What's up, Canadian Spider-Man? Of course, my spider webs probably couldn't hold my big ass up, but that's all right. Luke Chase. Why black chicks lose their hairs? I don't know. UK Doof. Am here listening to you in the work van. Oh, Mr. Hammer. Oh, man. That's amazing shit. Pastor of Muppets. Hurry up, Hammerhand. I need to go waggy kaggy. Well, go get it, man. Don't wait on me. Papa Rod Cassidy. Hammer. You are about my age. Did you get into the larger G.I. Joes with the hair ad kung fu grip, with the little fucking kinky chia pet hair? Is that what you're talking about? Those were my favorite toys as a kid. No, I knew a couple of cats with those, but as I was coming into frame, so to speak, the very first G.I. Joe of any kind that I had was the ill-fated 1977 line of G.I. Joe's, Super Joe. That was my very first G.I. Joe stuff. As a matter of fact, I have reacquired the Shield. He was one of the Night Fighters, along with Luminos and Darkon and Gore. Sitting right over there. One of the very few examples in the world. So, yeah, just reacquired that. Not horrifically expensive. What I'm going to do with it is I'm going to get the bubble off of the card, and I'm going to reproduce the bubbles and the cards for Luminos, Darkon, and the Shield. And I don't know when they're coming out, but they will be coming out. And when they do come out, they will be available, and I will advertise them here first so that you all can have first crack at them. Ooh, excuse me. Mr. Pliskin, time to strap into this glider. Oh, Steve Deutsch. Of course, everyone must be loved. No. Everyone must not be loved, especially Marxists and communists and people that take advantage of hundreds of millions of other people. There's no love there. None. Zero. Now, if you're just out selling the product and you have to be a corporation, now, okay. But when your corporations are counted as people and they can vote just like people, I got problems with that. Of course, our bureaucracy in this country is so fucked up that it makes most other countries on earth look somewhat sane. Excuse me. One Fast Dak. I love dislikes. Makes you feel alive. I actually like the dislikes. They serve a purpose, you see. If you get a bunch of dislikes on a video and you're true to your heart and you're not completely scrambled eggs for brains, chances are a crop of raging vaginas stumbled across your video and they're trying to make you understand that you're just so wrong. You're so wrong. Oh, why are you so misogynistic? Did your mama not love you? Who hurt you, you bald motherfucker? That's what they do. Fuck them too. Me. Hey, man, we've been having some fucked up shit going on TikTok. You know that? I have done nothing differently than what I did on my last 16 accounts. This is number 17. And I have appealed. I got mobbed on, like really mobbed on, right? Like 28, 30 videos got struck. And I'm sitting there looking at this page of motherfucking strikes and community violations, hate speeches, and all of that shit. I appealed every single one of them. Every single one of them, save for one, was restored. And the one that wasn't restored was pulled down by the original poster, the OP. So Something's going on. And that enraged the people that thought that they got me to go to my 18th account. It enraged them. It enraged them. Or engorged them, if you're talking about all that pussy. So, yeah, something's going on. Gents, I'm going to, what did I miss out on there? I saw something and hold on one second. I see Polska's in here complaining about shit. That's all right, Polska. You get them green lights, homeboy. Get them green lights. Man, you guys have been commenting like a motherfucker in here, ain't you? So I go down on that thing and all of a sudden, well, all right. I have to go to the bottom. I'm just going to pop up a little bit and then start reading again. John Gorska, Plastic Man and his son, Baby Plastic, Baby Plaz, could be a good movie if fucking Gomers don't get a hold of it. It could be a good movie. I was a Plastic Man fan when I was a kid. I really was. Devlin McBain, let's go, Brandon. Get him, Brandon. Get him. Jaguar Media, filthy Bolsheviks and globalists too. And they're all in bed together, homeboy. Look, no matter who you think is in control, you don't know who's in control. It's a whole bunch of them son of bitches, about 1,000 of them. And they all get together at their little clubs and shacks all over the world, and it draws a little bit of attention. And those are the front men. Those are the bag men. You see, the largest cartel on earth is not south of the border. It's in every country, everywhere that there's a Federal Reserve. That's the largest cartel on earth. Sorry to tell you that. Some of you may agree. Some of you may not agree. It's okay. It's okay. We're on here to express ourselves, and I, for one, will not take your downvote away. Okie Drummer, laughing my ass off at Pliskin. Call me Snake. Rodster Piper, guess I got ghosted. Sorry, SDW. I don't know who you're talking about there, bro, but I didn't ghost you. Then again, we weren't on a date, so yeah. Goku, Ultra Instinct, kill the communists and socialists. Yep, I said it. Fuck democracy. Democracy, brothers, democracy is not what you want to strive towards. Everybody puts a good spin on it. And, public representation out there in the movies, like when Obi-Wan's like, yeah, it's a democracy. I work for the democracy. We don't live in a democracy yet. We live in a constitutional republic. Democracy, as has been said a number of times over the last couple of weeks, is 51% oppressing 49%. That's what democracy is. True democracy is oppressive. A constitutional republic still has oppression, still has suppression, still has its issues. But it was the best thing going. And then everybody else came over here, got rich as a motherfucker, and now they want to turn it into what they ran away from. Some of them actually like what they came from, and they're trying to do it here. Because you look around this country, there's a whole lot to exploit in this country. A whole lot. D-Man 50, I don't love daddy government. I don't either. Are there some things that they have done that's pretty cool? Yeah. There's some things that they've done that's pretty cool. The highway system, the road system, that's pretty good. Keeping up on cities, pretty good. Inner cities, they don't do anything at all if it's a Democrat. If it's a Republican, they try, but they take too many kickbacks and lie too much. And 13 of your blessed, beloved Republicans voted for that pork-filled fucking bill that just passed. 13 of them cocksuckers sold you motherfuckers down the river. And y'all keep putting them in office. It's not as simple as saying, I got an R by my name. I've got a D by my name. Oh, I'm a Muslim. I'm a Christian. It's not that simple. It is very simple when you say good, evil. Good, evil. Pick a side. Pick a side. Fence sitters get cast into evil. So it makes it easy. You got to get yourself some courage because you're going to need it. Pretentious hermit. No love for people shoving their crap down my throat. Fuck a bitch. Yeah, it's all right. Fuck him. He is just a friend. Oh, man. What a great screen name. America gone, man. She gone. It's not gone. It's just being paved over. It's not gone. It's changing. And that change is in motion. So anybody that has delusions of grandeur that we can just go and vote out a whole bunch of people, and when the figureheads are different, everything is going to change, that's just nonsense. That's nonsense. You've got 25 years of kindergartners, grade schoolers, middle schoolers, high schoolers, and college students out here right now that believe everything that you don't. It's true. I'm telling you, man, it's true. 167 of you crazy son of a bitches all up in here, and it's not even been 30 minutes. Thank you very much. I'm no Steven Crowder. I don't pull 57,000 people on a live. Canadian Spider-Man. Too bad YouTube is going to hell. I just became a creator, for fuck's sakes. I think you got a few years, man. I do. You know, the thing that made YouTube was people that were absolutely fucking fed up with the alphabet soup group networks. That's what made YouTube. People wanted to go out and create. They wanted to post their clips. They wanted to post their music. You see, they wanted to see things that they hadn't seen for 25 years. Because back then, 25, 30 years ago, when YouTube had first started, it wasn't many people that could afford a VCR, a Betamax player, any kind of recorder at all. So all the stuff that they saw, especially before syndication was a thing, they saw it one fucking time. Now you can see anything that you've ever been exposed to, with very rare exceptions, as much as you want. I'm going to tell you what, when I found YouTube, I was on YouTube for a solid month, like night and day. Like, I can't believe this. Oh my God, it's one fucking believe. That's crazy. I remember that. Oh yeah. Like a month. And I was steady mobbing on that shit for months. It was months. You know, created a whole bunch of folders, ganked a whole bunch of shit. The good old days, man, when Napster was around. The real Napster. Jaguar Media. My grandma lived under the USSR in Hungary. Not pretty, I guarantee it, especially in Hungary. Communism is not pretty. It never has been, but it's got a pretty face. As a matter of fact, it's got 4 sort of kind of pretty faces right now in your Congress. No, I'm not talking about Rashida Tlaib. That's a ugly motherfucker. That's like somebody stuck a trash bag on a skeleton and hit it with a ball bat. That's an ugly bitch. We're going to impeach this motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah, when that's winning your districts, you know you are fucked. You're fucked. Cheers. Oh, man. It's 5:24. In the house. I'm going to be off of here in about 36 minutes because you all have to keep this amazing effort going right here. Nearly 200 of you in the his house. And you're going to head over to Undead Chronic. And you're going to listen to them greenskins because they're oppressed. And they're preaching to you about their oppression. And all the froggy hoes out here that's taking advantage of their little tadpoles. So you must. I'd consider it a personal favor. I can't tell you that I'm going to be on there. I might be, but I'm not sure. R. Richard Moore, Reverend Hammer, preaching to the chair, to the choir. I thought that said fucking chair. I really need to get my glasses. Irish Prick. I almost didn't get that. Anyone selling a maid on Facebook. They sell a lot of shit on Facebook, especially kids. Faith renewed. The White House channel gets 90% dislikes. That's because they stink. That's because they stink. Because there's some weirdo hair sniffing nipple grabber sitting in a big seat. And they're surrounded by commies and Marxists and Bolsheviks. And they are. Dick Marks, TikTok is internet cancer. It makes my asshole itch too. It does. MGTOW Papa. Woo, woo, woo. Did I get that right? Woo. It sounds like a dying fucking cow. Okie drummer. I'm country potatoes for brains, not scrambled eggs. D-Man 50. Raging manginas also. Oh, God, man. I took a couple of those guys a couple nights ago, and I literally, the most uncomfortable thing I ever did, but it had to be done. I wiped my ass with them. And I didn't say a cuss word or a cross word or anything. You bring them motherfucking facts to the table. You bring your foundation with you. They can't move you off of it. You see, everything that they rely on relies on half-truths, misdeeds, misdirection, false information. Everything that I rely on, morals, ethics, values, and principles. So if I want that information to be correct, I go find out what it is. And I come to battle with that shit. And there's a couple of real big bleeding pussies on there right now. One of them's called Tizzy. Now, he's a contradiction in terms. He does some good stuff. Really does some good stuff. But when the liberal, secular, progressive, commie part of him comes out, man, he's a dog shit human being. Dog shit. So yeah. 38 million followers on that motherfucker. Just because he speaks kind of clearly and, he looks like right directly into the camera and he's like he's talking to your soul and all that good shit. Somebody accused me of being somebody else on there a few days ago. And I'd never heard of the guy. They said, we know that you're just trying to be like Kramer and shit. And I said, who the fuck is Kramer? Seinfeld? I don't watch Seinfeld. They're like, no, Kramer. I said, Kramer with a K? He said, no, Kramer. The guy's name is Kramer Says. I'm like, I've never fucking heard of him. And they're like, oh, well, you're just trying to be like him. I says, what fucking sense does that make? I just told you I never heard of him. Then I went and looked him up. And then I got it. Yeah, we kind of share an opinion or two. Devlin McBain. Oh, the poor, precious summer children. Clutch them pearls. Oh, don't forget about the women. If you watch Fox News here lately, what Fox News is doing is they're attributing the McAuliffe kicking the balls in Virginia to moms. Moms just can't have their kids learning about CRT and being told that they're pussies. And, my first instinct was to be like, fuck them bitches, man. And then I was like, wait a minute. It's like they're all single moms. Okay, I get it. So, yeah, when all the single moms get pissed off and their knickers get in a twist, and then they go to the school board and they get dragged out in fucking handcuffs, that hive mindset, it kicks in. And that cost Terry McAuliffe his job as the governor. He was a piece of shit anyways. He was the son of a bitch that said, so if a baby is born, well, we're just going to make the baby comfortable and then we'll make the decision as what to do. I said, what the fuck do you mean what you're going to do? The baby is here, alive. Well, we know that those are difficult decisions. No, nigga, that's fucking murder. You don't get to murder anything. So I'm glad that piece of dog shit got pushed out. I'm not sold on Glenn Youngkin. Not sold on him at all. But we'll see. We'll see how that works. There ain't nothing that gets under my skin more. Nothing that gets under my skin more than people who think that they have the right to murder because children are on one side of a piece of skin as opposed to the other side of a piece of skin. I apologize for my little slip there because every once in a while, the hood rat comes out. And I'm sorry about that, gents. My apologies. One more again. JD repealed the 19th. Abso-fucking-lutely. Absolutely. Of course, you'll have to fight all of the fucking cucks, all of the fucking simps. You'll have to fight them all. They don't want the 19th to be repealed because somehow or another, they connect voting rights to whether a bitch can get on OnlyFans and shake her ham sandwich in front of you. Yeah. It ain't like that. You still get your human rights. You just have no fucking say anymore. Because in 100 years, your input in the process has ruined the entire Western world. Destroyed it. Destroyed it. And I promise you, you will be shown no fucking mercy when the lights go off. Like it or don't like it, that's what it's going to be. All the fake ass shit, all the stupid ass girl power chest thumping that they got going on, it will be a rare bitch that will survive if the lights go out, when the lights go out. Because the way that these cocksuckers are doing business, it ain't a matter of if, it's going to be when. Blue pill cuck. Fuck a bitch. Yes, sir. John Gorska. I learned about the no open door policy on Seinfeld. JD. I saw that guy. He was such a cuck. Fuck him. Yeah, man. Yeah. Decline management. No, the liberal wives of Loudoun County woke up. Yes, I can agree with that. I can agree with that. But it's not all that. Not by a damn sight. Island Hermit. Single moms. Whoa, Irish prick. We are taking over. Swedish female MMA female writer of the year. We are destroying these equality chasers. Great job, boys. Set them records. Absolutely. We knew all along that the best possible woman out there was going to end up being a man. And they're proving it. And women are voting themselves into extinction. Hey, if that's the way that you want to go. Devlin McBain, they do have a hive network, don't they? Yes, they do. D-Man 50, Hammerhand 100. Blue pill cuck, this is why the 19th should be repealed. It's not the only reason why. They haven't done a fucking thing except get in here and try to take over. Oh, we just want to be included. We just want our voice to be heard. We just want some input. Take a look around you. Does this look like input? Or does it look like sabotage? It don't look like input. Imperfect citizen. Mother Harpy division of the WB. Generic dreamers, you just handed that one to Susan. Fuck that bitch. Fuck Susan Wojcicki. Fuck YouTube staff. Fuck the 10,500 censors that they've got stomping on free speech and crushing your rights out. Fuck all of them. Fuck them. And if you're a commie and a Marxist and a piece of shit, fuck you too. That's how I go. Oh, a special one to Hassan Piker. Fuck you. Eat a big old dick, homeboy. You don't like America? Get to stepping. Peace. Goodbye. See you later. Couldn't say this shit about your country in your country. I was born here. If you say so. What, at 35,000 feet? Punk ass bitch. Buckaroo by Zoo. Murder one, bitch. Mouth, Agape Ape. Hello, all. What's up, Agape? Oh, man. Generation X Nation. All politicians are crooked until proven honest. That would be anybody that puts their hand, whichever one they use, on that Bible. Here's the joke. On the Quran. That'd be any of them. Look, there are some people out there that are trying to pull this back from the brink. Some of them. I don't think that there's enough of them. I don't see this shit changing for decades. Decades. Who the fuck wants to hang around and do that for decades? Nobody. So everybody's just going to get on the fucking slide. You know, the big slide in the school playground that you should have never been on? Getting on that slide and headed right to the bottom, right to the scene of the fucking stitches. That's where we're going. John Gorski, women's diet just don't work the same. Yeah. So I was told that was racism too. I was told that dieting is racist. So, you know, when we're talking about light bulbs, diets, styrofoam cups, bald heads being racist, you know, anybody that says that to you has probably a 0.1 chance of ever being a normal human. And you got to go down to the federal building, get a license, come back. That's it. Bag them up, go collect your bounty. Say, there's another busted ass liberal. Okay. Another brainwashed zombie right there. What's the ticket on that? Oh, $59.70. Okay, I'll take it. It'll buy me some more lead. Blue Pill Cuck, it's your channel. Say what you want. Well, I try. Look, been making an effort to try not to be hoodie. Yes, I say what I want. When the time comes, I put it out there. And whether I get grief for it or not, to me is irrelevant. Absolutely irrelevant. I don't overuse or abuse the term, but every once in a while, that was a complete accident. I did not mean for that to happen. So I get heated when some shit comes out and I can't control this thing right here, whatever this is. Oh, yeah. Mozart Prado. Politics is always the same. The best one is the only less stinky. Well, what? The best one is only the less stinky option. Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, my lights just flickered. So if the power goes out, oh, boy. Shay Necht. Ain't no apology needed, brother. I ain't tripping. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate that. Billy Lazier. One more again. Oh, man. Elijah, N.A. Once you understand gematria and use it like a magnifying glass, there's no denying the blatant Satanism everywhere. I'll have to look into that one. I haven't heard about that. Success Pool Endeavors. Don't apologize. Speak the truth. I did. But you know, years ago, I made a video. And yeah, it was a conscious effort. I put it out there. I said it. And had somebody that said they'd been listening to me for a while, said that they were black, and they were like, I'm so fucking disappointed in you. And I said, brother, look, I know that you're looking at my skin tone, my skin shade, and you're thinking, what the fuck? But you didn't see the 30 years in every hood in South Florida. You didn't see who we grow up with. You didn't see how we talk. You didn't see how we lived life. And I realized getting out here into the world, I kind of had to modify that a little bit. I don't like that, but the world is not the world. You know, it's one world kind of colliding with another, and you've got to be smart enough to recognize that. And I was. But yeah, that always stuck with me, you know, that somebody said that they were so very disappointed in me, not because they were disappointed in me, but because they didn't have a proper understanding of where it came from. So yeah, whether it hurts, whether it's approved, or whether I get my card pulled, or however it goes, if it gets said, it gets said. But I do have, I think, enough respect to say something if I catch myself. Craig Furness, greetings, gentlemen, from break time. What up, Craig? How you doing, man? D-Man 50. Oh, man. Chronic. Oh, Chronic just timed in. He said he's on a 2-week vacation, courtesy of Susan Wojcicki and them 10,000 sensors. I guess the scheduled live tonight is not going to go off. Always check, make sure. But yeah, he just pumped that one in here. So yeah, oh, my man. Hey, Chronic, you need a vacation, bro. You need a vacation. You work too hard, brother. You work too hard. I'm sorry that happened to you, man. So that's got to be 2 strikes. So if you're getting 2 weeks, that's 2 strikes. So he's probably not going to use that channel for a little while. So maybe I'll have him on as a guest if he wants to do it that way. JD, it is fucked up, my bro. Yes, it is. Daniel Goff, am good. Thank you. Zach Costello, amen. Jim McIntosh, shaker, ham sandwich. All right, I'm going to the bottom, and we'll come back up a little bit. Gents, I got to be very, very honest with you, man. Very honest with you. I can't see where things are going, but I can theorize about where things are going. The intentional hamstringing of the national workforce. The intentional hamstringing, sabotaging of our economy. The intentional holding these cargo ships, hundreds of them, off the East Coast, the West Coast, and the Gulf of Mexico. Seems to me like that's somebody that's trying to starve you out and send you a message about who controls what. And if you don't play ball, you don't get to eat. I don't like to get terribly, terribly serious, and I think I should. I think that this is an opportunity, and I think that I should. These people that are making these incredibly poor choices and trying to step on the neck of the average American, these people do not understand the other people. They don't understand this country. They don't understand these people. They have no idea. They think that because they have a standing military, that it's going to protect them. Some of them will. Some of them will. You can count on 50% of people putting their rifles and their helmets down or just not coming back if shit goes south. You can count on it. You can say the same thing about cops. I don't know if you'll get that with EMTs or paramedics or firefighters. You might. I've heard of a lot of firefighters quitting. Well, firsthand knowledge, not hearsay, firsthand knowledge. Lots of firefighters are standing down. Entire divisions of police standing down. New York City shut down 20 precincts because of this shit. And then all of a sudden, the mandate gets stayed. So now they're kind of back. Sort of kind of back, but not really back. It's going to be some rough shit. It's going to be some rough shit. And I feel bad for the innocent folks out here, kids in particular, that are going to get dealt. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. The only way that it doesn't happen is if these maniacal, tyrannical psychopaths get their shit in gear and realize that they're jumping off of a cliff and nobody's following them off the cliff. That's the only way that this gets fixed. And that's a temporary fix. The true fix is to sweep all of them out. All of them. Have a complete restructuring of the government. There are no more Republicans, no more Democrats, no more libertarians. Because for all of the bluster that libertarians have, they haven't done anything. You should be concerned with your country, your country's well-being, and your family, and your family's well-being. I am very much of the mind that we should go back to the 1930s way of doing business, which is to be almost isolationists. Can we trade with other countries? Can we have diplomatic relations with other countries? Sure. But to have everything as intertwined as it is right now is not helping us. It's hurting us. To have greedy, disgusting piece of shit corporations and businessmen and women that sacrifice the American worker so that they can have 4 Mercedes instead of 3, 2 Maybachs instead of 1, so that they can pay for their kid's fucked up Ferrari because he doesn't know how to drive with a 700 horsepower car. We don't need to be there anymore. I think people are slowly but surely waking up to this, and their confusion is legit. You can see the confusion out there in people. They don't know which way to go. They're scared because they've been terrified by the media that they pay attention to, that they trust. And the media is fear-mongering everybody. But I don't listen to the media. You see? I've been out here the entire time, almost 2 years, working in all of this. No COVID. No bullshit. No nothing. I had one minor cold. And I've been here every single day. No bullshit. Millions of us have. I'm not scared of something that you have a 99.8% chance of survival. Are you scared of the cold? Not scared of the cold. But Hammer, I had COVID. It ain't no joke. That's true. It's true. It ain't no joke. But I'm going to tell you that I know people in their 60s and 70s that have had it. They were down for a few days, and then they're back up doing their thing. And they didn't get a shot. So I'm just saying. Retarded Dwarf, we got to dust off the Constitution and get real interest-free money in circulation for starters. Fuck this rigged bullshit game. I agree with you. And how do we do that? What's the first thing that we do? Abolish usury and make usury punishable by death. Circa 1933. MGTOW Life, Master Wrench in the house. What's up, brother? Success Pool Endeavors, good to see you. JD, at Hammerhand, are you talking about New Deal era policy, not socialism? Some. Over the 245 years that this country has existed, we have done a lot of great shit. A lot. And we've led the world for a majority of that. But we've done a lot of dumb shit too. There is no way, for example, there is no way that, say, Iraq and the Persian Gulf going to war means that American soldiers get bodied. No. There is no way that you lose tens of thousands in Vietnam. No. If the rest of the world wants to burn, fuck them. We will supply you with arms, money, and trade from afar. And if you can't make that work, don't start an insurrection. Our people don't need to be dying for somebody else's people. What's even worse, our people don't need to walk into a foreign country and murder their citizens. There's no fucking way that that's justifiable. It's not justifiable. It's immoral. It's unethical. It does not show values or principles. And I understand that there are some former servicemen, current servicemen that are in this chat right now. That's not a slap on you, but it's something to think about. It is something to think about. And we have a duty to think about that. I don't go to war at the behest of other people to murder other human beings because my government says so. No. That's not autonomy over oneself. That makes you an automaton. A drone. No, thank you. And I want you to keep in mind that since the 1630s, my family has had 100 at least service personnel. 100. Many of them have died in the service of their country, but they did some of the things that I'm talking to you about. And every one of them expressed tremendous remorse and regret over doing that, or over feeling compelled to do that. That's not a target over there. That's somebody that's just trying to live. That's not what we do. We are better people. Sorry, gents, going to the bottom. We're going to pick this up just a little bit. A manly load. Over 87 livestock are vaccinated. As I said, enjoy your plate if you are not into health. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. JD, it's also unethical to put chemicals, pesticides, and growth hormones in our food. I agree with you because we don't know. Well, we know some of it, but we don't know the consequences long term of what it's going to be. We don't know. Paulie Bassman, yo, Hammer. Yo. We don't know. MGTOW Life, it's all I know how to do. One fast DAC. Arc Knight. Is it Arc or Arch? I think it's Arc, right? Not to mention, they're paying people with our taxpayer money to illegals who broke the fucking law and never put skin in the game. And I agree with you, Hammer. I agree with that. No person should be engineering caravans of humans to come to this country. Your Democratic Party, along with members of your Republican Party, engineer this fucking shit. They engineer it through NGOs. Ain't nobody dumb anymore. They do this through NGOs. How the fuck do thousands of Haitians show up on the Mexican side of the Texas border? It's hysterical. It's hysterical. And these people are being airlifted all over the country under cover of night, being dropped off in your fucking community, overstaying their visas, raping bitches on trains. Then again, the bitches voted for that. That's how women vote, with their bleeding hearts. That's how they vote. Not all. But that's how they vote. They vote with their bleeding hearts. They feel so bad because 25 years of UNICEF commercials. For just 28 cents a day, you could feed little Abdul over there. Look at him in the mud hole. Do you want to see that? Where's your humanity? While we have starving children in this country, kids that are being beat to death, kids that are being dropped off in ponds by their mothers, kids that are being pimped out by their mothers, kids that are being murdered by their fathers that were raised by single mothers. I will never let them off the hook. Never. John Gorski, Gov starts wars. Yes, they do. I can't recall an enemy ever setting foot in this country with any force. I don't want to hear about the lone Japanese soldier that came ashore in California 77 years ago. El Padrino, what was the four that you mentioned? Morals, ethics, values, and principles. And it's important If you don't know the difference between morals, ethics, values, and principles, is get a dictionary. I'm not joking. I'm not trying to be an asshole. Get a dictionary, look them up, and observe the differences, and then ask yourself if you've got them. And if you don't, start working on a way to get them. I call that the bedrock foundation of your life. Nobody will be able to move you when you master that. In conjunction with mastering your biology, no one will touch you. Can't fuck with you. Can't fuck with you. Nobody can seduce you. Nobody can tempt you. And if you've gone that far, get yourself a Bible. Now, I'm not going to sit here and Bible thump and tell you who to what to, how to what to. I'm not going to do that. Lots of old ancient wisdom in that book. And people scoff at it today. They make fun of it. They thumb their nose at it. But they can't debunk it. They can't tell you that it's wrong. All they can do is shoot slings and arrows at it and hope that you join in with them and shoot slings and arrows at it. Go out and get drunk, fuck in the parking lot, and all that stuff. I've been there. I've done it. Just try not to do it anymore. Mr. McKinnon, that is why our first mission is a humanitarian mission. That is the specific purpose behind putting candy in our MREs. I agree with that. I don't agree with walking over or boating over or flying over to another country and blowing up their population. I don't agree with that. Until they get here, let me take that back. Let's just say that there was a missile strike and we could confirm where the missile strike came from. Then we have an obligation to kick their asses. Not overkick their asses. Just like the law here. You can defend yourself appropriately, but you don't have the right, if somebody sucker punches you, to run them over with a car and kill them. You see, you have the right to appropriate reprise. Appropriate reprise. Everywhere that we've gone in the last 100 years as a fighting force, I want you to take a deep concern for the male population of that country. Look at what has happened to them. Look at them. They're not the same peoples. They are changed irrevocably. Combine that with what the United States exports in the form of feminism. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. We really do. I love my country. I hate my government. Can't stand my government. If we get a government in here that's trying to do something and they're decent, I'll step behind that. But those that promote debauchery, that disgusting fucking shit that they export to other countries, no way. No way. No way I'd ever sign off on that shit. Everybody and everything has a place. And unfortunately, in this country, a lot of us have forgotten our place. JD, well, I'm out eating meat. No more. Faith renewed. Quite a few men reacting in a poor fashion with each other. Leave that to the bitches. I agree. Sometimes you kind of have to get a little shitty, but appropriately shitty. You know what I'm saying? You know, if somebody's coming out there, like what happens with me often, people try to call me a child molester. People try to say that I rape people because they try to drive you off of the internet. They try to drive you out of the space that you're in, that they feel like you shouldn't be in. You shouldn't have an opinion, blah, blah, blah. You know, that old bullshit. You don't have a uterus, so you don't have blah, 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 blah. You're not transformers, so you can't blah, 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 blah. Well, you don't have pink hair, so you can't blah, 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 blah. Well, you don't know what it's like to be an incel, so you can't blah, 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 blah. Just a bunch of shit. And that's what they do. They throw those awful, awful, vile things at you. And you have a choice. You can respond to it or not respond to it. And sometimes it gets a little heated. But like I said, man, you got your morals, ethics, values, principles. You got that solid foundation. Guess what? If you choose to respond, you're going to do it with ultimate confidence. You don't have to cuss. You don't have to raise hell. You don't have to leave them 27 paragraphs. I don't, or not respond at all. You don't have to. That's what I do. Every once in a while, if it's a well-known tuber or a well-known personality, and they bring me up and they say something like that, I may feel the need to respond to that. Because things like that are actionable. If somebody believes when they read about you, oh, he raped kids. Oh, he rapes women. Oh, he does all of this heinous, vile shit. Right? He does that stuff. And that affects their opinion on you, whether or not they're going to do business with you. If it comes up in an internet search of your name, that will affect how people perceive you, even if it's not true. Then it becomes actionable. So you have courses of action. There are things that you can do. Anyways, I'm sorry I'm droning on about that. 264, y'all, in the house. Just past 1 hour on the air. Thank you. Mozart Prada. If was private contractors could be okay. If was private contractors could be okay. Left something out there, man. Just as selling weapons, but force soldiers to fight a war that's not in theirs is insane. Not in their best interest, maybe? I think you're using a translator, aren't you? I get your point, though. Yeah, no, it's not okay. DMJ, coworker told me his grandpa said when they came back from World War II, they should have shut it down then. He could see it coming way back then. Like I've said this a couple of times before, so I'll say it again. If you listen to some of the Ronald Reagan Library, it's a channel on YouTube, Ronald Reagan Library. No, I'm not the hugest Reagan fan. Reagan was a staunch Democrat before he became a Republican. Seems to be a pattern here with our Republicans, doesn't it? He was also an actor. Some of you may know that. Some of you may not know that. He became the president of SAG, the Screen Actors Guild. His specific charter was to root out all of the communists that were in Hollywood. And he talks very candidly about that. You should look that up. It's been going on for a long fucking time. A long time. Communism and Marxism as ideologies should be outlawed and penalized by death. We are not a communist country. I don't know about you. I don't want to become a communist country. I don't want to buy off other countries with billions of dollars. That's our fucking money. That's our labor. That's our resources that are headed out the fucking door to go to somebody that I don't know, that I've never met, that I never will meet, that I have no vested interest in whatsoever, just so we can buy them off and say that we're buddies. I don't want to do that. I don't want to participate in that. I can't speak for you. HMK Films. Hey, it's good to see you, brother. Isolationist America sounds beautiful. It does to me. It does to me. He is just a friend. Any thoughts on China's next move on the U.S. in the future? I don't know that they're going to have a next move on the U.S. in the future. I think China is being pumped up really, really way over the top pumped up. Do they have all of this, that, and the other? Yeah, they've got this, that, and the other. Are they intertwined with the United States? Do they have 1.5 million embedded Chinese spies in this country? Yep, they sure as fuck do. Sure do. Did we discover Eric Swalwell fucking a Chinese spy? Yep. Did we discover Dianne Feinstein had a Chinese spy as a driver for 20 years? Yep. You ain't heard shit about that since it got turned up, did you? Nope. 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 And they won't be the last. They won't be the last. Right now, this country is being attacked on all fronts from inside. not on the outside. You can render the war machine useless if you obliterate the interior of the country. That cancer, that infection starts in Washington, D.C., and in the halls of power in every capital of every state. To say that it's an enormous undertaking to get rid of them, that's an understatement. It's an understatement. MGTOW Life, absolutely no reason to join the military. Zero. I agree with you, especially when they run the two mommies are my mommies ad. And General Milley, I want to know what it's like to be a white supremacist. I mean, I read Marx and blah, 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 blah. Resign. Turn your goddamn shit in. Forgive me for the GD. Turn your shit in. You don't deserve them bars. You piece of shit. Jim McIntosh, I heard something that made me gasp today. Somebody was falsifying. I saw that. Somebody was falsifying steel quality used in the United States submarine fleet. I was literally shocked. I was shocked when I read it. For 27 years now, they've been falsifying the steel quality of U.S. subs. What do you want to bet it came from China? What do you want to bet? A number of years ago, NASCAR Junior formulas were out racing, and they had a couple of really bad cage collapses. And people were trying to find out why these cages were collapsing in the manner that they were collapsing, because it had never happened before. So NASCAR took hold of the chassis, they impounded the chassis, and they started going through the chassis meticulously to find out what's up. They're micing the outsides of the bars that they're using, the tube steel that they're using to build the chassis. Everything's checking out. One dude sits there and he goes, well, we've done everything else, man. Cut me a section of bars off and we'll weigh it. And before they got to that, for like molecular weight, before they got to that, he noticed that the inside of the steel tubes that were supposed to be a certain width and diameter, it was obvious that they weren't. Obvious. Chinese steel is shit. It's shit steel. Don't buy anything of quality with Chinese steel. If you want quality, don't get Chinese steel. And we heard the same thing a couple of years ago, like for Matco, Mac, Snap-on. They're all selling the above ground 2-post lifts. You know, the one with the 4 legs. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, but they were selling those, and those particular lifts were rated to like 10.5, and they were starting to bow and buckle under 7,000, 6,000 pounds, which is fucking crazy. That's crazy. And we watched some demo videos on those lifts. They had set up these lifts. They lift them up 2, 3, 4 times, and you can see that the bow in the lift arms was significant, and a couple of them collapsed. It's like, wow, you know, just for money, just for more power, just so you can exploit people. You make a cheaper, shittier product and you sell it as something that's just as good as American. No, it's not, because they don't have the stringent safety shit that we got. And we have that safety protocol for reasons, for those exact reasons, because we went through collapsing fucking cages. We went through collapsing lifts. We went through killing people when we shouldn't have. Crazy shit, man. Zool, I saw your comment and I just fucking skipped it, brother. Hang on, let me see if I can find it real quick. I probably can't, but excuse me. I'm sorry, bro. I saw that just as I clicked off. Well, I'm sorry. Mr. McKinnon, actually, Ronald Reagan was talking about the Satanists in Hollywood. It was not a communist agenda. The communists were also there. You got to look at the other ones. He mentions it by name. It was not a communist agenda. It was a Satanist agenda. He testified about that in front of Congress. Go back and look at the Screen Actors Guild award, or Screen Actors Guild stuff that he did. He is specifically mentioning communists. Easter Sunday, gray man at Arvera. I agree. I think the elites intentionally got Fauci ouchie to cook up a virus that was just deadly enough to justify the lockdowns and Great Reset. I think that they had this shit in the works for a little while. I think it was in the works for a little while. I've told you what I think about it. When nothing else worked, nothing, they threw the kitchen sink at that man. Now, I'm not saying that he's great. I'm not saying that he's a moral saint, because I don't believe that he is. But, oh boy, when nothing else worked, I started hearing in 2019, starting with Bill Maher. Well, we don't have anything else, so maybe if the economy does collapse and fail, I'm sorry, but, we've got to do what we've got to do to get this motherfucker out of office. And then I started hearing whispers in other corners. Then I started paying attention to it, and everybody started to parrot that sentiment for a short time. And then all of a sudden, it went away. Nobody said it anymore. Not like Russia collusion, not like the Clinton emails, not like the Biden scam that has been going on for 50 fucking years. No. It got hushed up. It got quieted down. I absolutely 100% believe with every fiber of my being that Charlie 19 was released globally to remove one man from office, because he was fucking things up so bad for them, not for us, for them. Now, he was kind of not doing what he should have been doing. He needed to be on this Section 203 or 230. He needed to be on this internet shit. He fucked up bad there. He made mention of it. We were happy. He made mention of strong men, needing strong men in masculinity, the demonization of men, made mention of it. Never got no farther than a mention. That's a shame. That's a real shame. Oh, man. Eric Zombro. Howdy, gentlemen. What's up, Eric? How you doing? Happy Wednesday. Zach Costello. It sounds like isolationism is becoming an unfavorable popular opinion in the Americas. Cheers. Well, I don't want to put the boot to any of our staunch allies, but it's not our fucking business anymore. We've done our due. If the world wants to destroy itself, we can just sit back and watch them. I'm not interested anymore in burying our people. I don't want to bury our people. We've put in our fucking time. We should be able to enjoy life. Somebody comes here and starts fucking shit up, and we have the ability to respond appropriately. And that's as far as I'd be willing to take it. And I don't think that what we're doing is proper. That's just my opinion. Infinity Serpent. The reckoning will be glorious. It will. Kratos, a god. Preach out, bruh. Put God first. Hammerhand. We're working on that, bro. We're working on it. Decline management. China is drowning from floods and facing a huge real estate bubble that makes ours look tiny. I know. That's why they're deflecting and focusing on Taiwan. I know all about it. I was up on the China thing years ago. I knew what was happening in China with the real estate problems. I listened to a couple of very good channels. I'll throw them out there. Lao Y86 and Serpent ZA. Those guys were English teachers in mainland China until it became really hot over there with anti-American, anti-white sentiment. So they decided that they would be better off if they jumped ship and went to Taiwan. And that's where they went. They went to Taiwan. And they still hold residences in their home countries of the United States and South Africa. And they're very decent to listen to. You may not agree with everything that they say, but they know a shit ton about China, Chinese politics, how the Chinese police and military shake people down that are foreigners. They know a lot about it. The campaign that was ran against them to dirty them up and make them unfavorable in the eyes of Chinese, which they had a lot of fans, with their YouTube channels, was extensive. It was extensive. Mr. McKinnon, communism is illegal in the United States. That's why they called themselves progressives. I agree. One more again, to create the illusion of progress, but they're actually working in regression. Yes, they are. A progressive, a secular, even liberals today. Liberals aren't Democrats. They're not Democrats. The Democratic Party exists in name only. It's not a party of Democrats anymore. They've gotten worse, like a lot worse. And it's not hard to see it. And people that still fucking vote for it, they have to have the biggest political blind spot. And there's fucking millions of them. Millions. It's crazy. It's crazy. Millions of them. 1 hour and 21 minutes, gentlemen. 1 hour and 21 minutes. Thank you for showing up. Devlin McBain trying to carve us up like a damn turkey. Yes, sir, they are. Just me and my shadow. China is the model for the coming world government. It's not a very good fucking model. It's not a good model. I was stunned when they were named to the WHO board on equity. That's amazing. That's amazing. Brandon Trueblood. Eric swallows Chicom Punini juice. Yes, he was doing that for some time. Piece of dog shit. Then he went and grew himself a beard, and he lowered his voice like an octave, and he don't want to talk about that no more. It's ancient history. Easter Sunday gray man, the U.S. dollar is a rotting corpse with a tarp over it. QE is the equivalent of monetary Lysol that keeps the stench down. Ultra testosterone at Hammerhand. Fuck all Democrats. Fuck Joe Biden. Fuck Harris. Man, you busy. At Hammerhand, the FBI are corrupt scum too, bro. I know. The FBI, the CIA, the DOJ, they're all weaponized. All of them. And we know it. And, they start picking people up and they talk to you all nice and everything. And, that's just disinformation that you're hearing, homie. You know what I'm saying? They've gotten into your head, man. Be ready for that. Mr. McKinnon, Ron Paul for president. How about Rand Paul? I think I'd do Rand Paul before I do Ron. Isn't Ron still alive? Faith renewed. China is close to folding the world's economies. I don't know about that. I think if China goes down, it ain't that big a deal. Really. Not that big a deal. It'll cause problems, but I don't think it's that big a deal. I think what they've done with their own people over the last 15, 20 years is deplorable. It's just a disgusting thing. They start building all these mega fucking cities out of nowhere, and they start driving all of the farmers from the distant suburbs into the cities, right? They start making it illegal for them to live out there. So they push them into the cities. These people are dirt farmers, rice farmers, bean farmers. They don't know shit about living in a city and trying to get by in that way. So they subsidize their life 100% and try to teach them a craft or a trade or something that they can exploit them for. It's fucking horrific. They have whole cities over there that are barely used. All of these cities that have popped up over the last 10, 15, 20 years. Right? They're barely used. They're sitting in total disrepair, falling apart with next to nobody in them because they can't keep these farmers in the cities because they don't want to be in the fucking cities. Even at the pain of death or imprisonment, they just go back to their lands. They don't want to be in the cities. That's terrible shit. Greg Smith, Miley is a quizzling piece of shit. Millie. Yep. Just me and my shadow. Rand Paul for president. There you go. Infinity Serpent. Great. Chinese steel. Great. Yeah. So they say. A manly load. Money itself is mental slavery. It has no value but what the collective mind gives it. Real currency is blood, sweat, and tears. It's the most valuable currency, asset, commodity on the planet, and it always will be. It's human labor. You see, money doesn't mean shit if people don't work those jobs. Money doesn't mean anything. It doesn't. Your dollar bill has lost 97% of its value since the institution of the Fed. All real value is being strip mined and hoarded. So they hand you baubles and trinkets and they tell you that it's got value because they put their backing behind it. It has no value. It's an elaborate scam. An elaborate scam. It's Bernie Madoff, just the size of the U.S. government. And they work in conjunction with all other governments. That's how big it is. So yeah, it's going to take a monumental happening or effort. You'd have to have 1 billion people sit down and just stop. Like today, overnight. I think that it can be arranged. I believe that. It's just going to take some doing. Just going to take some effort. Send them a message. 1 billion people sit down for 10 hours on X date. That would be something, wouldn't it? Infinity Serpent, and one wonders why modern cars cost more than the old solid steel ones. Yeah, they can wonder all day long, but you know why it is. It's just to keep you in a particular position. Mr. McKinnon, Dianne Feinstein's houses for sale. What is that, $41 million? That's quite it. Houses, plural or house? Eric Zombro, most U.S., Canada, and Australia get their steel from China and Russia. Well, except for the steel that's made here. There's a lot of good steel here. Unfortunately, they have to charge prices for it. And unless you're doing something very quality, you know. Silver Bullet, I saw something on those subs last night. Yep, my bet is Chinese steel. That's not what you're saying there, but I put that in there. Ultra testosterone. What the fuck? One fast dag at Rib Grunt. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Ultra testosterone. Steel quality is shit. Yep. It's being lied about, and that's nothing new. We've seen that out here in the world for a number of years with Chinese steel. Now, I can't tell you that these subs are being made from Chinese steel. You know, it could just be that it was a cheaper steel and it was being rated as a more expensive kind of steel. But the reason that you have the expensive, well-made steel is so that you're not wiping out 200 fucking sailors, you know, or whatever the complement of a boomer is. You know, you don't want to be destroying the sub, number one, because they're $1 billion to make, something like that, plus the payload. And arguably, the people manning the sub are the most valuable resource. Think about the time and the effort that it takes each one of those people, how long it takes to train them to do their position. That's fucking crazy. It's crazy. Quadrajet King, hello everyone. What's up, man? Ryan Turner, didn't Google and other big tech get paid with contracts to help build their mass surveillance infrastructure? I don't know about that. Most likely, it's the only way that they would be able to do it. You see, when you have cooperation from Samsung, from Lenovo, the one that I'm using, from Apple, when you have cooperation from Facebook, YouTube, Alphabet, sure, they all kick in a few hundred million. It's nothing. And then before you know it, you've got billions. They already produce the technology. It's right here. It's me looking at you. $70 webcam, right? They already produce that shit. They already know how to produce it. They already have a way to do it. Now they just got to mass produce this shit and stick them on light poles so that they can watch every fucking move that you make. I think I'm going to have to get me a Faraday bag sewn into my clothing. Montana Grizz fan, communism is pure evil. It denies the special rights of a sovereign citizen and makes them a simp to the state. Feminism and the environmental movement are embedded in Marxist theology. Interesting choice of word there. Theology. Yeah, it is their new God. Absolutely. And all the dumb motherfuckers out here, intimately known to Yuri Bezmenov, they will go first. They're done first, and they don't know it. It is what it is, though. DMJ, no government has ever withstood the test of time. No government will ever, because they have and will continue to be human. Well, yeah, I agree. I think that something will come along at some point in time if humanity survives itself. Something will come along at some point in time. And guess what? People will just say, you know, I would be okay with food, with drink, with a place to live, and a task that I could do that I love. But it's going to take a hell of a lot to get us there, because you have to push past all of the people out here that are in plain sight that want nothing more from a person, a human, than to use them from 16 to 66. Use them up. Use them up. That's what they do. That's what they're going to do. Well, they're going to try anyways. Mr. McKinnon, some of that communist rhetoric is paid for by the corporations. Communism begins in the boardroom as a form of governance over their debt slaves. Yes, very true. Just me and my shadow. The world government will be China, unfortunately, or a form of their system. I don't believe that at all. If you look at the shit that's going on in New Zealand and Australia right now, boy, you're not seeing it. Your alphabet group soup news agencies, they're not showing you. Go to there's a channel on YouTube that I subscribe to called 504 Cut, C-U-T, 504 Cut, all one word. And that guy's getting a hold of video from these particular countries, and these citizens are mobbing their capitals and their government buildings and their politicians. They are on them like stink on shit. So, yeah. And your little complicit ABCs, NBCs, CBSs, ESPNs, all of them motherfuckers, they're not showing any of it. And that's number one reason. If I hadn't stopped watching television like 15 fucking years ago, 20 years ago, that would be the reason that would make me stop. That's what would make me stop. Because we have too much information. Information is too available now to just ignore it and act like it's not happening because it would inconvenience your life. Your life is being inconvenienced right now. So now's the time. Decline management. An entire bridge across the bay in California is from China in sections. That I did not know. Louis Antonello. The elites decided that we are not worthy of being alive. They are going to get rid of us with viruses one by one. Well, I don't know if it's going to be that. That'll be part of it. What you're going through right now with this mRNA gene sequencer is not for your benefit. You see, that is your punishment. That's your punishment. You say, but Hammer, there's a whole bunch of libs and Dems and everybody else that took it and they were with them. So how's it punishment for them? It's not punishment for them. They knew that they had them. They knew that those people would jump off of a fucking bridge with a rope tied to their balls if they told them to. They knew that. The punishment is for the people that didn't go along with the plan. The people that didn't vote in Hillary Clinton. The people that say, fuck you, my body, my choice, and I mean it this time. Those people. You can't participate and go to the movies. You can't go to the ball game. You can't get a hot dog or a free lotto ticket. You can't take an airplane. I don't need to do any of that shit more than I need to make sure I'm okay. I haven't had anything. I'm not sick. I'm not taking no experimental vaccine. I'm not taking that. And if they try to starve me out, they're going to regret it. They're going to regret it. There's a point in time where you have to stand up. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. Talking about it is one thing. The invisible rabbit. You can get cut rate tubing pretty easy. If it is cheap, you need to spec it. Absolutely. That's inside and out. Because that's something that was originating in Chinese steel, was when an outside mic was being called for, an outside diameter, they would cut it to the outside diameter. They'd form it to the outside, but they would shit can it on the inside. They wouldn't bore it out. They just draw it, to a different dimension from the inside. It's fucked up. It's some shitty shit, Brett. There was some crummy shit. Paul D'Angelo, all this metal overseas is all bimetal shit. Well, it probably is. They're not making as good a steel as we can make. We've been in the steel foundry business for 150 years, like high quality steel. So yeah, they're not doing as good as we're doing. Mr. McKinnon, U.S. Steel in Ohio. Yes, absolutely. There's another one too. There's another steel company no, that's not in Ohio. It's in Illinois. It's in Illinois. It's an IndyCar sponsor. It has been for a long time. A manly low, don't have sex with a vaccinated woman. You might get tainted. Unvaxxed sperm will be like gold, will be gold dust. I agree with you 100%. They're also telling people that have taken the plunge, that have allowed this shit to be shot into their bodies, you can't donate blood. You can't donate blood. Gee, that's not going to put a damper on shit, is it? You better not get fucked up. Can't donate blood. Wow. Hank Icy, German steel always. The Germans made very good steel. Very good steel. So did the English. Very good steel. Scottish. The Scots made good steel. Easter Sunday gray man. Imagining 100 meters down and listening to that hull groan in a sub. It has to be surreal. Has to be surreal. There ain't no atheists on a submarine. John Gorska, Ford rotors are breaking in many pieces. Cheap steel. Ford rotors. Brake rotors? I haven't seen any brake rotors come in fractured or cracked. Wore the fuck out. I mean, on these commuter vehicles that we get from Enterprise over there, 48,000, and the rotors are torched. All the pad lining is gone. They're down to 2-3 mil. So yeah, granted that's stop and go traffic, but still you should be getting more out of a brand new set than 48,000. Infinity Serpent, or the hull just breaches after a certain depth. Yeah, well, that hasn't, to my knowledge, unless it's classified, hasn't happened on an American submarine since the Thresher. We lost two of them, Scorpion, and we lost Thresher. And I think there was one more. That hasn't happened for 60 years on an American sub, to my knowledge. Graham Whiting. I do that every single time. Better late than never. Crossbone Vanguard. God damn, son, it's been a minute since I seen you. How you doing? Too bad the Film Actors Guild was victorious. Yeah, it is. It's not going to last. We've got a rough patch to go through here with Hollyweird And I think that this was them basically signing their own death warrant. I think that production companies, well, I don't think it, I know it. Production companies are popping up all over the world that have nothing to do with Hollyweird with them because they fucking stink. You cannot make a story if you have to check a box. Gotta have women, gotta have blacks, gotta have Indians, gotta have transformers, gotta have disabled. They must represent a certain amount of everything in your fucking. Well, what if that's not part of your story? Then what do you have? Yes, granted, a story is a story. They're almost all contrived. But so what? What if I want to tell a story? Number one, I know one black guy. One. Aside from you good folks on here, but I've never met you. I've met two of you outside of this place. Two. I used to know two guys back in the day a little bit, but they've both passed away. Great fellas. Hell, I don't know that many white people. Don't know a lot of women. Don't know no transformers. Know one person that's disabled. So how am I supposed to come up with a story for them? Isn't that that's appropriation? It's an outright lie. I'll make the kind of story that I want. And if those particular folks or demographics are not included, then fuck it. I wouldn't look at any one of them and say, well, you got to have a whole bunch of Europeans in your story. You have to. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't even think about it. It's fucking stupid. It's just dumb. But it's hatred, Hammer. No, it's not. It's fucking story. It's a story. 306 of you crazies. Crazy some of my bitches in here. Almost 1 3/4 hours almost. What's wrong with y'all? What are you supposed to be doing on a Wednesday night? Supposed to be eating breakfast or something. Graham Whitting, Freemason are running the show. A manly load. Communism fails because we use money made by Satanists. A no money communist is basically just a tribe. They want millions of people in concrete cities for mass population control. And I've told you before, and I'll tell you again, if you live in a city, get out of the city. Get out of the city. It doesn't matter if shit doesn't fall apart for 25 years. Get out of the city. Unless, look, man, if you've got something that you need to do in the city, like you're a power broker, like you work at the tallest building in the city at some office or some shit like that, and it's just your job and you cannot part with it, then I get it. But if you're just there to be there, get out of the city. The cities ain't going to help you. They ain't going to help you. They're going to hurt you. Basilisk, boy, look. Bill Maher is a fruit roll-up. Yeah. He's fucked up in several ways. R. Vero, Mr. McKinnon, hey, I have 2 Buicks which are very reliable. Oh, they're 1970. Mr. McKinnon, well, those tooling companies don't actually sell tools. Yes, I know. All they sell is financing programs. I know. Except to the best of my knowledge, Snap-on. Snap-on still makes a large majority of their tools. But like Matco and Mac, I believe Mac still makes some of their tools. But most of these tool companies out here, they just put their brand on the tool. When they put the order out, it's stamped with their name. They don't make the fucking tools. Figured that out 20 years ago. Craftsman was an incredible tool. They made their tools. And then when they got sold, when Sears Kmart went belly up, Craftsman was sold. Now, Lowe's and Home Depot both own Craftsman. Don't ask me how that happens, but they both own Craftsman. And I have gone through 2 half-inch ratchets in 11 months. Is there shit? because now they're just like all the other fucking junk out there. So it's a lifetime warranty. You can go back and get another one. But I have never broken a Craftsman ratchet until this year. And I broke 2 of them this year. Just dropping it. Just dropping it. A 1/2-inch ratchet. Just dropping it. The fucking selector broke off the back of both of them. Unbelievable. Pitiful shit. Pitiful shit. JR, go to the mountains, desert, or the woods, brothers, if you can. If you can. If I could do things differently, I would have set my life up to have a few acres. Yeah, to have a few acres. Maybe a double wide, with a foundation and a lonely little road going right up to it. Generator, solar panel. Hell, maybe even an outhouse. Oh, man. Pure blood. Snap-on buying from China. Excalibur, DeWalt, Wisconsin, etc. Milwaukee. Milwaukee tools are good, but they're weak. DeWalt, to the best of my knowledge, is ceasing operations. Now, I heard that not too long ago. So if that's not true, hit me up in the chat, man, and tell me if you know if that's true or not. Akio R, what do you think of Italy? I think Italy has promise. I don't know too much about it. I don't live in Italy. I haven't visited. But from what I hear, it has promise. Some of their rules are bizarre. They're bizarre. If I was going to live in Italy, I'd live in the country in Italy. And I'd make sure that I had a way to pay for myself, obviously. They've got some weird laws. Make me a little uncomfortable. Some of those laws make me uncomfortable. But Excalibur, all Chinese-made crap for some generators. Same four generators. Pure Blood, Ace Hardware 2. Yeah, I know. Colin Pemberton at Hammerhand. I enjoy your content, and I love the wisdom you give. Aw, shucks. Well, there's some people out there rolling their fucking eyes right now, but thank you very much. Thank you and the Warband for helping men better themselves. Long live the Warband. Long live the Warband. Hail, Undead Chronic. Jim McIntosh. Craftsman is Black & Decker now. Is it the same thing now? They've merged? D-Man 50. My Craftsmen are old. USA. Yes, sir. Silver Surf Studio. Damn. I got full-on Craftsman set up from 14 years ago. Well, that should still be American. That should still be American. The ones that are coming out now, they don't look the same. It's the same name, same logo. It's just a brand now. It was a brand before, but it was a quality brand. But yeah, I don't like what they've become, what they've turned into. It's fucked up. John Gorsia, no lifetime replacement. Yeah, they have a lifetime replacement. The point is that you're replacing them often. Nick Johnson, if it's made out of Chinesium, it's trash. Fucking Chinesium. Nick Johnson, if it's made out of I just fucking read that. Brandon Trueblood, Craftsman screwdrivers suck ass. I got a story. I've got a great big driver, right? Great big slotted driver. And I sit there and I take my hammer and I pop the end of it, right? I'm trying to pop off like a grease cap. And the fucking thing exploded. Well, I'm not talking about like it cracked. I mean it like pop. I'm just looking at it with the shaft, the steel shaft in my hand, and I'm like, all the fucking pieces are raining down, and my L1's behind me, and he's like, what the fuck was that? It was a fucking screwdriver. He's like, what the fuck did you do? I'm like, I just popped it. He's like, well, that's some bullshit. And I said, yep, that's some bullshit, man. That was fucked up. I couldn't believe it. Silver Bullet. I was a twinkle in my dad's eye at R. Vero. Successful endeavors of Manly. You're correct. They got so many injected, they had to change policy, but they prefer clean blood. Yeah. Yeah, the original beef. Seeing more and more solo bushcraft camper females reminds me of the useless tools made today. Yeah, that's a thing too, man. Going on fucking YouTube and you're watching these doofy people that are living in fucking campers, and 9 out of 10 of them are bitches. The campers are very well kept, right? Sleeping in my camper down off I-80. Ooh. And they never come out with clothes on. The shorts are jacked up in their asshole, you know? I mean, putting a fucking death grip on their pussy. Their fucking shirts are cut down to their navels. And they're bending down in front of the camera like they're all coy and shit. Just getting ready to start my fire in my little teapot. So they give you like a 15 or a 20-minute little skin show, and that's going to compel you to hit their Cash App up or their Venmo, right? Or their PayPal. I'm like, God, man, this is crazy. People, I have to give credit where it's due. People have found ingenious ways to sucker motherfuckers, you know? Crazy shit. It's just the full frontal thing is like OnlyFans. You know, that's like the full frontal assault. That's a broadside. It's like you're getting it all right now, right then. The seeping, creeping garbage that is out there. It's like the camper girls and shit like that, you know, or the trucker girls on TikTok. You know, they'll tell, oh yeah, I'm married. My husband's amazing, and blah blah blah. And there's one on there. I shit you not. She looks like an anime girl. Like an anime girl. And she wears her shirts like anime girls would wear their shirts. And I'm thinking to myself, if I was her husband, I'd be like, well, she's got 500,000 people looking at her titties. That's no joke. It's like, that's her sub count. You know, and that's all she ever shows. She barely says anything that you would remember, you know, and she's got, you know, a fresh lip gloss piped onto her mouth, you know. It's like she grabbed fucking a Slurpee stick and she, you know, and there's the lip gloss and the eyeshadow and the rouge and the tank top that's cut down to her fucking belly button. And I'm thinking to myself, man, if that was my wife, how comfortable would I be with this? But most cucks today, it's like she says, hey honey, the TikTok check came in, you know, blah, blah, it's $27,000. And most cucks today are like, okay. I can't stand them. Simpson cucks, man. Simpson cucks. Rob Howe, I broke a new Craftsman ratchet a couple of weeks ago. Garbage. It was just turning a bolt. Yeah, man. Yeah, mine turn all right. The teeth grab all right. There's a good selection of teeth there, you know, so you can get nice tight shit going. If you can squeeze it down that fucking much, you can get that bolt out. But dropping it on the fucking floor shouldn't break the selector off the back. Twice. Should not happen. So I've just been stalling. I just didn't want to go over to fucking Home Depot and get another ratchet. But I got to get another ratchet because it gets old sticking a piece of fucking flat metal in that hole trying to turn your selector. Oh, Lab Tech 2016. Hammer, did you hear about that reporter that was arrested for receiving a diary from Joe Biden's daughter? I would pay to know what the fuck was in that. Well, I'm sure that they know what's in it. You see, James O'Keefe, I don't know that anybody was arrested. I hadn't heard that, but I know that James O'Keefe and several of his reporters and former reporters were, their homes were raided over a fucking diary. A diary. You are not going to tell me that this is not politically motivated. Man, do we live in some fucked up times. We live in some fucked up times. Yeah, it doesn't make a difference unless the guy went in and stole the fucking diary. Yeah, they got nothing on him. Now, if he received the diary, they can say that it was stolen, but what the fuck ever. Good luck proving that. You know, all that is one fucking night of coke binging, and she's like, I'm going to get back at my daddy, James O'Keefe. Post office box XXX. And then she wakes up from the coke binge, and she's like, nah, that wasn't a good idea. Okay, somebody took it. Call the cops. That's what that looks like. With those fucking kids, those kids and that family, they're a train wreck. They're a train wreck. Toe up from the flow up. Just destroyed human beings. And one of them is sitting in the most powerful chair in the world. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you ain't going to tell me that motherfuckers don't have their fingers in that pie. That senile old fuck, he ain't running nothing except to the bathroom. Sir Weed Bong Ventura. Well, that's interesting. My Craftsman ratchets and sockets have failed a few times while twisting over the years, too. Yes, sir. Excalibur. This is an even bigger problem with generators and gas inverters, as the OEM is the same Chinese company. Yeah, right. We will replace your shit and send you more shit. Okay? Okay. John Mills, can we have one of your famous me's? No. Dick Fart. That's now that's a hell of a thing. I'd like to see that. Maybe too much dome can make your dick fart. Knew a guy that broke the box end off of an 1/8-inch Craftsman wrench. Wow. What the fuck was he doing? Pink Dude. Every time I hear anything from the Biden admin, I'd rather listen to my toaster give me life advice. It would be better. It would be better. You just turn it on and it goes. It would be better than the old pervert and his Gestapo SS. I think that the Gestapo and the SS have proven that they're much more honorable than this piece of shit. Can I get an amen? J. Planned obsolescence. Just me and my shadow. The only way through this is through Jesus. I used to be an atheist. Too many things are happening the Bible hath predicted. I agree with you. But I don't push this in people's faces. You'll find it on your own or you won't. And that's the way it should be. Same thing, same premise with MGTOW, with monks with the red pill. You'll find it on your own. That way it's 100% organic. That way you know that you were meant to be there. You were meant to be there. You can drop the seed, not literally. You can drop the seed, but don't beat people over the head. A manly load. The UK Gov site admits to having nanotech in the ingredient ALC 0159. Of course they do. Of course they do. D-Man 50, yes sir, Hammer. JR, Hillbilly Urban, Excalibur. If you ever buy a generator, get a Japanese one. I agree. Or an American one that's made in America. Yeah, the United States makes good shit if you can find somebody to make it. Japanese make really good shit. Really good shit. Who else? Britain? They make really good stuff. Canada, they have some good stuff. As long as it's not shipped in, they have good stuff. R. Andrew K. Reed, Whammon's empowered. Then everyone is grounded. Makes sense. Sujit Dami, did I get that right? Probably not. I broke a Craftsman 1/2-inch breaker bar last month. Wow. Should never fucking crack a breaker bar, bro. Never. Never. You should be breaking that, turning the fucking bolt head off, breaking the bolt. The bar should never pop. Did it pop at the swivel or did the bar break? That's interesting. If it popped at the swivel, I can kind of get that. But if it popped at if it broke the bar, yeah, no way. Capture 2K. I have Makita. Makita's not too bad. Sir Weed Bong Ventura. Can't see and hear the road or the neighbors from my house. That's on the goals list. That should be on everybody's goals list. Mozart Prado, the most important thing is to be near people you can count on, no matter which country, state, or whatever. I could go to the US, Chile, someplace in Europe, but I'm going to stand my ground in Brazil. I don't blame you for standing your ground in your country, if Brazil is your country. I have thought often about fucking packing up and heading to Mexico. I have, or the Southeast Asia. But this is my country. This is my country. I was born here, and unless I'm on a trip somewhere else and die, I'll die here. So, got that one squared away. Chaos, Lab Tech 2016. What the fuck? DeWalt is owned by Black & Decker. Mr. McKinnon, you broke a breaker bar. Now, that's ironic. That it is. Just me and my shadow. I've broke many craftsmen. Moises Leidsma. Hey, Hammerhand. All this was staged. Joe Biden must be impeached along with others. Well, you got to get somebody up there to give out the impeachment, to front it. Marjorie Taylor Greene has done this, but I don't think that's going to go anywhere. Not going to go anywhere. Impeachment doesn't mean shit. It doesn't mean anything. It's a slap on the wrist. It's a rebuke. It doesn't mean that he's going to get pushed out of office. All it means is that he's the president and he was impeached. Trump was president. He was impeached twice. Nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? Clinton was impeached. Nothing happened. Florida man. DeWalt is owned by Black & Decker. They created a warehouse in Charlotte, North Carolina just a couple of years ago. Super cool. Cool. John Gorsica. I've seen old-time Craftsman sockets dropped on concrete, and they never broke. I didn't drop a socket. I dropped my ratchet. JR at D-Man. His videos are great, bro. I don't know who you're talking about, but I hope that they're great. Hank Izzy. Makita makes my favorite power tools. Successful endeavors. Look up Luciferase and DARPA research on hydrogel tech. We'll put that up there because that is some interesting reading. DARPA. Boston Dynamics. DARPA. Yeah. Undead Chronic. Oh, man. Back in YouTube jail. Time to do some push-ups. Kablamo. There you are, homeboy. Yeah, I let them know earlier when you popped up in the stream that you were being fucked with by Auntie Susan and the Demolition Sensor crew. So we'll have to put them in the comic book at some point in time. Silver Bullet, all hail, Undead Chronic. D-Man 50 at JR, absolutely. He is going to do a homestead tour. Akio R, December 1st, approved for third shot. I'm sorry to hear that, brother. 2 weeks to flatten the curve. Ergo Nilbog. Hey, Chronic. Dan J.R. Rouse. Warband. Assemble. Rib Grunt. Damn. At Undead Chronic. That sucks, bro. Mr. McKinnon, I inherited my dad's SK Wayne socket sets from 1968, and they're like brand new. Best tool company we ever had. I think quality tools, no matter who makes them, I'm a fan. Good luck getting quality tools. Now you can get some. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say that's bullshit. You can't get nothing. You can get some. But if you get anything, homie, anything. You have to absolutely 100% have to do the diligence on where you buy them from and get a lifetime warranty. Mr. Chronic, I am going to post this link here. So if you want to jump in here for a moment before you get to push-ups, come on. Now this is just for Mr. Chronic now. So don't everybody go jumping in there and abusing the link. Tex Bolivar. Hammerhand, the beard of wisdom. Oh, man. ASMR beard. Oh, yeah. Graham Whitting. Try giving me the shot, and you will definitely be rewarded with a shot from me. Like I've told these motherfuckers before, if you force something into my body, I'm going to force something into yours. You ain't going to like it. Welcome to the stream, Undead Chronic.
My booty hurts. I got it.
Oh, man, it's terrible, bro.
Susan Wood Jackoff came into the classroom wearing a dirty teacher's outfit. Now I can't see.
She bombed your asshole out.
Like 30 minutes before the UCW show was going to start. And the worst part is they didn't let me cancel the live stream. So I had like 50 dudes in there just like, where's Chronic? Is he still stoned? What's going on? I'm like, bitch. Can't do anything.
Fucking sucks, man. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. I'm sorry. So what you gonna do? Head to the gym?
Well, actually, yeah. No, that's usually I go to the gym. I'll do some heavy lifting in the morning, and then I'll do a mix of lifting and cardio after the UCW show. But I'm just like looking at my schedule. I'm like, well, goddamn, I got all this time to lift. But yeah, I'll probably just make literally 100 shorts for the backup channel because I'm going on vacation here this next 4 days. So the backup, and I thankfully enough, I have shorts and long form content scheduled to go off on my actual channels. That's a pro tip. If you ever are concerned about getting striked down or banned from posting, if you have videos privated or scheduled, it doesn't affect that. You can change the publication settings of videos you already have uploaded. You just can't upload anything new. So for all intents and purposes, people are going to think I'm not banned up until Sunday. Then it's going to be a 10-day drought for them. No more Kush.
Well, that fucking sucks. I'm sorry to hear that, man. You want to hang around and take some questions, or are you going to jet?
Oh, no, I'll hang around. I'll do a little bit of chill. Shit, I got nothing else going on tonight. Damn.
All right, if you gents have anything for Undead Chronic, just at Undead Chronic in the chat, ask the question, and we will get it read. Not all of them, not all, but, a couple of them. So what's the plan for the workout tonight, homeboy? What you going to do?
Well, I did legs this morning, and I did some squats. I did some hammies. Here's a pro tip. If you guys are just doing leg press, you're just doing squats, you're just doing calves, and you walk around like, damn, my hamstrings are tight. Why are my hammies so tight? Because you need to work out the hamstrings as frequently as you work out the quad muscles. If you don't, your quads will be all nice and big and tight, and your hammies are too weak to support it. I had to go through that like a year ago. I was like, why am back of my leg so damn tight? It's because I wasn't doing leg curls. So I'll probably hit leg curls.
Good shit.
Yeah, I'll probably do some leg curls and just some light cardio. Maybe there's a part of the gym because I go to a couple different gyms, but I'll go to the big one tonight. And these big ellipticals put you up like 4 or 5 feet, so I can survey the gym bunnies from afar.
That's fantastic, man. So Yeetus' son called in last night.
So we do call-ins at the end of every UCW show,
right?
And I thought a third of the times Yeetus is on, like a third of the calls, they're calling in to fuck with him. So we, the first time he was on the show, we had some legit like 6-year-old woman say that Yeetus and Rishi, they're so desperate for Puniti, they'd put a bag over an old woman's head and just smash them. And that was like out of no, like I was like completely out of nowhere. We had another chick, dude, he named himself in the StreamYards, Sir Yeetus' bastard son. And he was like, Papa, why'd you leave me and Mama alone? You said you wanted cigarettes. He's just like, bro, why am I getting fucked with so much, man?
Oh man, that's fantastic.
I know, I was losing it, but
that's fantastic. Okay, we got one from Brandon Trueblood. You just hit on it though. At Undead Chronic, was it me? Was it me pretending to be Sir Yeetus' bastard son that got you kicked?
No. So you know this. It's like every time they give me a new strike, they find a new way to piss me off. Because like if it was for a roast, I'm like, okay, I get it. Did you see my meme video of that fat chick jumping on that dude and then Frodo screaming?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No, they took that down because that was sexual content.
Is that right? Isn't that amazing?
But, I went to YouTube, like, nude yoga. Yep, still up, but some fat bitch jumping on a dude and Frodo screaming, no, that's pornography. You got to take that shit down. So I guess I learned my lesson on that.
Yeah, so that's nudity, but bitches can sit on dildos in full view of the camera, come record the whole thing, and it's up a year later.
Yeah, I'm salty about it.
Yeah, I think you probably should be. Crazy Canuck, pardon me. Some bicep curls with huge vacuum sealed bags of zombie kush are in order for you tonight.
Absolutely.
Oh, these guys, man. No questions. Well, we'll say this. Rib Grunt at Undead Chronic. Bro, I think Susan wants to smash.
She's already smashing my channel, bro.
Yeah, no shit.
She's already smashing me. I can't take any more. And speaking of, you guys are talking about tools that don't last any longer. That's the same with bitches. Just be like, after 15 minutes, I'm tired. I'm sore down there. I'm like, bitch, you ain't use this pussy all week. Shut the fuck up.
Well, I'm sorry. The Matco truck doesn't sell garden tools, so fuck them.
Yeah, but I don't want to take over your stream, man. So you just kick me off whenever. Bro. I'm just chilling.
You're absolutely good. I guess we've got to ban these webcam girl motherfuckers that are putting their trash in here now. So, yeah, they're out of here.
Part of me gets salty, and I'm like, I should just go through all the new yoga videos and just report them. But I don't think that's good, because the people who are doing the banning, it's literally either like fat obese zers growing into their chairs, or they're like simp lords, and there's no way a simp lord is going to fucking ban some new yoga bitch, because that's what they watch all day.
That's what they do. Yeah. Paul Butala at Undead Chronic. Do you fish? Not for women, but fish. Nirvana pastime, even if you don't catch a keeper.
I mean, I used to live in Florida. I did a lot of shark fishing. That was fun.
We would do that too. We'd fish for dolphin.
Dolphin.
Yeah. Oh. Not like flipper.
Oh.
But like there's a different kind of dolphin out there. It's part of the dolphin family, and they're 100% legal to go after. Say what? Do what?
Is it instead of a flipper? Is it a jipper?
Nah, it's like a dolphin, but it doesn't have a bottlenose.
I would be shark fishing in the low tide, but still like up to maybe waist high water. And I was out there fishing, and one of the old hats out there told me a story. He said on this beach was one of the famous beaches where a dolphin raped someone. And I was like, you told me, you telling me this now, that fucking Dolphin W. Weinstein lives on this beach? His kids are out here graping everybody? Dude, I was more scared of the dolphin than the sharks.
You can't believe. Have you ever seen that super cool fucking meme of the real close up of the chick where this stingray mounts her from the backside?
Oh yes,
and she's like fucking freaking out. Yeah.
Also, like there's one where what is it? There's some like thought in SeaWorld or some shit, and she's like trying to take a picture, and this I think it's a seal. No, it's like a sea lion. It literally comes up, slaps her phone out of her hand into the water, then goes away. It's like shot blocked. I'm like, oh, that's dirty. That's dirty.
Thought. Exactly. Oh man. Tight garbage. It's not about that. They can cancel you for whatever reason. YouTube banning Chronic because of spicy content is a load of bollocks. What do you think about that? You think it's a load of bollocks, or do you think you're being targeted?
Again, from what I understand from the YouTube ban police, they have like an army of simp lords, right?
It's 10,000.
Yeah. So it's just whatever offends whichever simp lord in that moment. So maybe there was some feminist Puritan who was just like, I don't think that we should be making fun or having videos or pictures of this dude or the memes, because the video was like the Frodo meme. But I don't think we should have, this Frodo meme on this platform because it's offensive and sexual.
I got hit with stuff like that. I posted, you remember the very first intro that I put up for you and I when we did our first live stream, right? It was like, man, I wish I could put it up, but it was just some nondescript shit. It was just basically like a minute-long advertisement of me saying, meet me on Undead Chronic's channel where we're going to discuss fuckery, something like trashed out feminist entitlement, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time that it was supposed to be, that was banned on TikTok for, what did they call it? They called it banned substances and something else.
They just knew it was too dank. They're like,
Yeah,
this weed smoker can't let him influence.
And I didn't even mention it, man. I didn't say nothing like that. And
Well, they
it's like,
probably
man.
picked up on the word chronic.
That's possible.
Because that's a strain. Chronic's one of the common strains of marijuana.
Yeah.
So
that's possible.
Maybe that's what it is. But damn, what a bunch of...
They're just a bunch of fucking pusswags. I can't stand them.
Yeah, well, the good news is I have the next... Because I have 2 strikes now, so the next strike gets the channel deleted. But one of the strikes wear off at the start of next month. And by the time the channel's open, it's going to be, the 24th of this month? So it's just really just stay safe for a week. So we'll see if I can... maybe this is just a testing period to see if I can truly mastered my finger game on the algorithm, because I'm going to be just, if you guys are not followed to Undead Chronic XV, you'll see that shit. You'll see that shit real soon, because I'm going to be up in there every day on some fucking shorts.
Man, that's some fucking bananas shit right there, boy. Let me see if I can get that back where it's supposed to be. Hang on.
Let's see this crazy Canuck comment. You want me to read that one?
Yeah.
Undead Chronic, I got a little story to share. Anyway, a girl I went to high school with saw me at work and complimented my hair. She was really pretty 10 years ago, but now she's chubby. Well, if you knew her in high school 10 years ago, she's 28? Yeah, she's old. I had a great selection of segments to do tonight. I literally had one on Reddit. This is some girl. She's like, I got called old on a dating app, and now my whole month is ruined. And she's like, just turned 30. And I was going to go through her little paragraph, and then the legions of simps in the comment section begging for dates. And I was going to have so much fun with that. But
you see it in every fucking post. Everywhere where there's a bitch that she makes herself look real small, and she says, I'm just a poor widow woman. I know I'm not that pretty, but I would like a really nice man. He could be fat, he could be thin or tall or short. I just want somebody to love me. And there's 85,000 fucking dudes in that comment section. Come on, man, give me a chance.
Oh my goodness. Well, I also loved your, I think it was yesterday or the day before, you were talking about the new grift about bitches calling everybody a narcissist.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I've been seeing that shit on YouTube. There's literally you nail it so good. There's channels of like 10 ways to spot a narcissist, just hundreds of hours of content. And it's these women I call it Chad Cope. It's just open with the
they're alpha widows. Yeah.
Yeah. It's Chad Cope. Or I saw another term on Reddit today. They're called Chaddicks, like Chad addicts.
Chaddicks. That's fantastic. Here's part 2 to the one you just read.
Okay. Replying to my story, I would not be surprised if she is now looking for a, quote, good man, unquote, as she slowly starts to edge closer to the wall, since she's likely had her share of bedroom fun with other guys. So wait, these post-wall wrenches are coming into your workplace asking you out? Oh, that's a horror story.
Fuck yeah, it is. They know where you work. Oh yeah, man. Here you go.
Undead Chronic, do you hit dabs or just buds? Dabs are like fucking heroin. I gotta be at a party. I gotta be, honestly, the last time I hit dabs, I was already hammered. I'm talking like I was walking like a damn dreidel. My Jewish friend was telling me it was cultural appropriation because I was so fucking drunk. But I was absolutely hammered. And this chick is just like, you want to hit these dabs, Chronic? I'm like, fuck yeah, hit the dabs. And I was I literally biked to this party. I ate shit off that bike at least 4 or 5 times. And when I got home, my roommate who I was living at the time was like, did you get fucked up? Did you get a fight? I'm like, I just got some dad. No, I don't hit that shit anymore.
Wow.
And I will be honest, if you guys have such a high tolerance, you can only get high off of dabs. You might need to take a couple steps back, because that is the most. That's like that's the equivalent of butt. I don't know. I know you don't know much about that, Hammer, but dabs are like the most concentrated wax form of THC marijuana, and so like taking dabs is the equivalent of butt chugging a handle of vodka. It's like the number. Yeah, no, literally get you fucked up as fast as possible.
Are you like super sticky, man?
Did you? Yeah, it's super sticky. Did you know anybody to ever butt chug?
No.
I knew one fucker that would do it.
I will not ever admit to that. No.
Oh, well, I knew one fucker to do, and the guy was fucking crazy. I'm sorry for dropping so many F-bombs on
Oh
your
no,
stream.
you're good, man.
I know you try to keep it clean, but
no. We welcome the F-bombs.
Okay, but this guy was in my fraternity. He'd be like, and he was like, I know the best way to get fucked up. And us frat boys like, oh yeah, show us, man. Show. He's like, I can't show you, but I'll just describe what I'm doing. So he told us, and I'm at this is breakfast. I'm getting ready to go to a test. I about spat my damn eggs out. I'm like, I said it really loud. I'm like, you put beer up your asshole? And I said it loud enough that fraternities will have a house mom, like an older woman that lives there. Have you heard about that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like this house mom was like 2 tables over, and she stood up. She almost fainted. And everybody's looking over at the table. He's like, bro, you weren't supposed to say that. I'm like, bro, you're telling me how to put beer in a funnel up your asshole. I'm out of here. But this guy would take 1 or 2 beers like that, and he'd be blackout, because you don't metabolize any of that. It goes straight into your colon, straight into your bloodstream, all that.
Yeah. Yeah. You ever seen the bitches that do like candy watermelons? They'll
what is that?
They'll take
I think I have an idea.
They'll take Jolly Ranchers and they'll stick them in their pussy, and then they'll take a bottle of vodka and plug it into them and empty it.
Wait,
wait.
Into
into their uterus, into their pussy hole.
Wait. What's the point of the wait? What's the point of the Jolly Ranchers and then the puniti and then
because the Jolly Ranchers will dissolve in there while she holds on to it for like 30 seconds, and then her boyfriend can drink it.
Oh! Oh, Susan, strike me down, IRL. I don't want to live anymore.
Hey. So I just told you something you didn't know about.
Oh, the bearded man hurt me.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. That's the price you pay for getting struck down tonight.
Oh, I'm in so much pain right now. What the fuck?
Oh, it's much more common than you would think. You ever heard a girl talk about she packs her man a lunch? Do you know what that is?
She put something in her puniti for her dude to
She'll take a couple of candy bars and stick them up her pussy hole. And then she'll bring them to the guy. He's eating this sloppy melted candy bar, but it turns him on.
What kind of fucking simps do this? God,
it's not just them; it's the bitches too.
I'm more upset about the simps. Now, I will say, I was taking some sorority sisters out to the bar, and I was definitely going to smash one of them. The other one was trying to find some good dick. And she's like, just hold on. I need to put on some pheromones. I'm like, what? Chick takes 2 fingers, sticks it into the puniti, rubs it around a bit, and then wipes it all over her neck. That shit works. That shit works. As soon as you walked into the bar, dudes would be like,
yeah, they know what that fucking
puniti.
Yep. They know what that pussy smells like, man. So when they smell it on a girl, they don't care if it smells good or bad or anything. It's triggering the fuck out of them. Yeah, that's legit.
Oh, it's
so. At Undead Chronic, will you be streaming on your other channel, Pragmatic Man?
I don't know. I got vacation. We'll see how many subs it gets. Because if I stream on the backup and I get like 50 viewers, that's not worth my time, to be honest. Because I could just get more viewers from shorts. Or I could just spend the time. I'm always complaining to Ribby, the party frog. I'm like, dude, we got 3 video games we're working on. I got all these books. I got to work on the comic. I got to finish writing this horror story. There's not a lack of stuff for me to do, and I only have so many hours in the workday. I just knew you guys enjoyed the UCW show, and it's a lot of fun to do. But I'll probably focus on the shorts. Yeah, I'll probably focus on the shorts.
I have a theory about this.
Okay.
Your numbers started doing this.
Oh.
So, yeah. Yeah, maybe this is just a slap on the fucking wrist, man. Well, you can't approach Olympus.
Yeah, no, I was the first half of the UCW show, like the first 5 or 6 days I was doing it, the subs, everything went down to like extremely low. I was getting like 10 subs a day. And then I just checked the analytics, and it looked like it was the bottom of a parabola. It was getting real high up, so you might have something there with that.
Yeah. Yeah, have you noticed how your sub count has been at fucking 38.9 for like 4 weeks?
Yeah, it makes me sad. It makes you feel like I'm not green enough anymore.
You're going to tell me that you haven't gained 100 subs in 4 weeks? That's bullshit.
Let's see here. Let me look at my analytics real quick. Yeah,
Look
no,
and see if
I'm
they
definitely
scalped
on the
any.
way up. I'll send you the screenshot on Google Hangouts so you can
Yeah,
see what it looks like.
right on.
But no, I think your theory. I mean, you've talked about this before. You told me how the first live stream you did, you had what, like 1,000 people on that bitch?
The very first live stream that I did before anybody really, I had been making videos for a few months, and I hyped it not a little bit, not a lot. And the first live stream that I did, I had like 1,200 people in the
Oh my
live stream
goodness. Oh my
on
goodness.
on a 2,000 sub channel. So yeah, you tell me. And that I raked in $900,
Yeah,
and YouTube took it all.
y'all have to appreciate the organic, authentic way Hammerhand runs this channel. Like, he hypes up a little bit. He's here to talk to you boys, have a good time. Now you go over to Chronic's channel, that shit's like straight up the plastic. I'm like, make sure you fucking donate. Oh my goodness.
No, the shilling is next level, bro. Next level.
Yes, next level shilling. But
So,
yeah, I had a shitty time with the PayPal. I basically had to, I think I get like 10 to 15 more PayPal payments available on my current PayPal, and then they're going to yeet it. They're just going to destroy it because Biden's tax policy. They gotta know exactly who I am, who's getting this PayPal. I'm like, nah, no, I'm not about that shit. So I had to make another one.
Well, unless they backed off on the $600 shit.
Oh yeah.
So they said that they're going to do it at $10,000 now. So yeah,
so I have to make sure I don't have any more than $10,000 in any. I can do that. I can go to the food store.
You just got to break it up.
Oh yeah. Well, I can just go buy $10,000 worth of weed right now.
If you can do that, boy, you got it better than a lot of us.
Oh well, it's not about if I can do it. It's about I will do it and I'll regret it later. You'll see Chronic underneath a damn overpass, shaking a coin cup with his bags of weed behind him. Make sure you donate.
I don't have enough gas to get home. I can pay you in Bluntastic.
I'm like streaming. There's like cars coming by. People are like, what's all that noise? Chronic sold all his fucking. He sold all his assets for marijuana.
Oh man, we found a brother. Look at this.
Crazy 8 drums. Oh, okay, I'll read this. Crazy 8 drums says, I've drank Coca-Cola out of a puniti before. At the time, that seemed super kinky, but not anymore, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell him what happens. Tell him what happens.
Well, honestly, I think it's probably. I mean, if the chick has any kind of STDs or anything like that, you could get a bad throat infection, but. Is honestly more concerning for the bitch. Now, I know we're never concerned about bitches, but talk about how to guarantee you get a yeast infection. That's how you guarantee to get a yeast infection.
You're right. But yeah, the uterus is not meant to be a pore spout. So I guess we all figure that out at some point in time.
Yeah, but
Working City Prepper, my brother told me something about Pop Rocks. She has to be squirting like a motherfucker to make Pop Rocks work.
I've been with some of them chicks before. I look at chicks. I'm just like, I was like, I thought one towel would work. And I just like look down and I'm like, I should have put a tarp down.
Yeah. I've had that happen a couple of times, man. It was kind of surprising.
It's fun at first, but I'm just like,
it's fucking messy.
I gotta wash my sheets.
Yeah.
I gotta flip the mattress. I gotta get a new mattress.
Yeah, it's fucking messy. I mean, it's really messy.
Sleeping in a damn fish market for 2 weeks after that.
I'm like, bitch, all of this fluid come out of you. How did you not drown?
I'm like, gotta make sure I get the bitch a Gatorade. Slap her on the butt. Coach needs you back in 20 minutes. Hydrate, bitch.
You know what I used to drink to rehydrate after shit like that? I used to drink Pedialyte.
No, that's what all the frat stars. They literally walk around Pedialyte, and I'd be like, y'all are stealing valuable nutrition from children. You should feel ashamed of yourselves.
Yeah, man. I used to drink fucking Pedialyte by the quart.
Yeah, usually I don't think I'm so salty. I don't really feel like I'm ever low on salt. So I'm pretty much always going for water. Pre-workout isn't that big. I drink a lot of coffee. So pre-workout and the caffeine and the B vitamins, they don't really hype me up as much.
No,
so
same here.
I'll just go to the gym with some tea or some like 0-calorie lemonade or some shit.
When I was doing the gym, I would jump on the treadmill and I did massive cardio. massive cardio. So I'd jump on the treadmill, and I'd hit the treadmill for an hour, and I'd knock out about 5 miles, 6 miles, at a brisk walk, and I'd go through a quart of water. I'd sweat out, stop, go get another quart of water, sweat out, and then keep going for the rest of the hour.
Damn, sounds like you're trying to pass a drug test.
No. If it's pizza and Diet Coke, I'm gonna fail.
Oh yeah, no, that's a real drug though.
What, Diet Coke?
Well, pizza, the American diet, how we let these huge corporations come in and, because fast food is addicting. They literally measure how your brain responds to that. It has the perfect blend of fats, salts, carbs, and a little bit of protein.
Yep.
And, you think about who it affects the most. I think of all these poor minorities, these children that are raised by single mothers who take them into McDonald's every day. And by the time they're 12, they're like 200 pounds.
Yeah, they're fucking gigantic.
It's fun to make it's fun to make fun of fat kids, but like I see it like a fat kid at McDonald's. It's like as if like a single mother's giving her kid like cigarettes to smoke at 5. It's horrible.
It's not like it didn't used to happen. And there's some bitches out there that still do it. So yeah, that's what I would do. And then I'd jump on as soon as I got off of that, I'd go and I'd hit the ab crunch machine. And I'm not kidding when I say this. I'm gonna look right in the camera. I used to bomb out 10 sets of 100 at 375 pounds.
Big boy.
Oh yeah, big boy. That's that gigantically overdeveloped midsection and overdeveloped back that I've got, middle back. So if the rest of me was that fucking big, you wouldn't be able to get me on camera.
And I can just imagine people like waiting in line. They're like, is this motherfucker ever going to get off this machine?
No.
I got to do one set. He looks over, like, he's doing the full damn stack. I'm just going to walk away and, do some flutter wheels.
I told my brother that once, and he was like, that's bullshit. And I said, I'll bet you $100. And we sat there for 28 minutes and 28 minutes.
What year was this?
2003.
Oh, so $100 was actually useful.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
see, now $100 you might be lucky to, with $100 you might be lucky to buy a bag of kidney beans.
I don't know. Don't know if you can.
I went to the store the other day and I was like, I need to get some food, and depends on how hungry I am, but sometimes I'll go and if I'm stoned, I'm just like, oh, I want to get some candy. Let me get some popcorn, get all this shit. And then I get to the end of the shopping trip, I look down, and I'm just like, I get 1 or 2 cheat items and I get a whole cart full of shit. But even just getting beans, I used to remember getting black beans, a can of black beans for 50 cents. Now it's like $1.20. I'm like, the fuck is this?
Yeah, I know. One of the things that they're telling us about right now is if you're really thinking that shit's gonna hit the fan, and I have no reason to believe that it's not gonna hit the fan, is to go get 2 or 3 5-gallon drums, line it with food grade plastic, and fill one with rice, fill one with like beans, black beans, any kind of bean that you want, any kind of legume, and fill the other one with like sugar, salt, herbs, and then seal them up and get ready, because that'll feed you for a good long time.
Oh yeah, because canned food is like nice and everything, but the nutritional value diminishes over a year or two.
Blue Pill Cuck. I can ab crunch 420 pounds for 69 reps. That's a fuck ton of weight, man. It really is.
Yeah, I don't really do any of the weighted ab exercises. I'll do a lot of like ab wheels or like pull-up bar stuff, but I don't know. Just even when I'm at the gym, anytime I'm touching a lot of material on the gym equipment, I'll wipe it off. And it's funny, people like, I was really wiping off what was it? Like the leg press the other day. And some guy was like, are you scared of coronavirus? I looked at him, I was just like, no, I'm scared of all of you nasty motherfuckers walk around here with ringworm infections all over your body. This is a public location. Like you have diseases everywhere.
You got fucking scabies, man. These folks are not nearly as clean as they think they are.
Oh no. And I'm not a germaphobe. I just know about germs, right? Like I'm not gonna be one to catch some, because I see these gym thoughts squatting around. Like I'm not risking that shit.
Yeah, I read something interesting the other day. Are you familiar with fluoride?
Yeah, what about it?
Well, yeah, maybe you know, maybe you don't. You know, it's in your water supply, it's in your toothpaste, and all of that shit. And
Mhm.
fluoride was a byproduct of an industrial process when it started out. And the fuckers were looking for something to do with it instead of throw it in a landfill. So they started buying off companies to put fluoride in products and water supplies and then tell you that it was decent and good and awesome.
Yeah, the science behind that is extremely too complicated to get into. But
Yeah, right
I
on.
will say, like, even if I bring a scientific argument for fluoride, any scientific arguments against it will just get censored down. So I'm never going to be able to prove my point.
No, they'll absolutely smash you.
Yeah,
You
so
know,
I'm saying even if I'm coming from the fluoride is good aspect, if I made a serious video having this discussion, it would get yeeted, and so no one's going to get convinced. So it's
nobody will hear it.
it's the censorship is it's atrocious for multiple reasons.
Yeah, I heard about that shit with Crisco there, Zareth. Heard about that.
What's this? Crisco is engine lubricant on submarines. Really shouldn't be used for cooking.
Yep,
Oh,
there
I
it is.
thought Crisco was a blood type for these fat pigs walking around.
Oh man, check this one out. This is what fluoride was. It's the byproduct of aluminum manufacturing.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on how you're making aluminum, right? I mean, I don't know much about
Yes.
aluminum processing.
Yeah,
But,
I'm not intimately familiar with it, but I've watched quite a bit on it. It's fascinating shit.
I guess I'm more concerned about. Well, it's like three things. It's the BPA's, all the cheap plastics being put into the water supply. That
Yep.
hurts your testes.
Yep.
All
Yep.
these female hormones being pissed out by bitches taking progesterone pills left and right. That's bad. That's bad for the environment. That's bad for young kids.
Yep.
And then third is when you now this is unconfirmed in humans, but when you put a bunch of male chimps together in a small environment, small enclosure, the young male chimps will delay their puberty and not go through as such an intense puberty with as much testosterone as to lower the competition for the group.
I believe it.
So now if chimps and humans are almost the same, why do you think all these people raised in the cities are, going chop suey in the genitals? That's just a question to think about.
No, I always believed that the massive spike in the Transformers, especially white children, white boys, little white boys, was engineered. I mean, it can't be anything but.
I kind of see it like, they got do you know what Munchausen syndrome is?
Yes, by proxy. Munchausen by proxy, yeah.
Yeah, so we had these cases of children would be dragged from doctor to doctor to doctor. My kid has cancer. My kid has the plague. My kid has this. And these women, these caretakers of these children would go doctor shopping. They go from hospital to hospital to hospital. And there's so many famous cases because hundreds of thousands of dollars get wasted on these medical care. And you have perfectly healthy young boys being put on chemo, because their moms basically want attention from doctors.
Yeah.
They want attention from high value men. So Munchausen syndrome, I look at the Transformer population. It's a bunch of single white women with no father around using their little boys as props to get attention from the leftist establishment.
Yeah, that's something that I had thought about, but not really researched a lot, but it makes absolute sense that this is not so much about the children, but about the mothers. It's fucking hideous behavior.
Yeah, that's why I'm always I won't really say, because you got to dance around the words on YouTube. I won't say even Transformers as much anymore, but what I'll say is leftist women castrate their sons. That's what they really do. Castration. They're castrating their sons.
Well, I think that they have a deep-seated hatred for men, and they don't want to raise a man. They want to raise somebody that they believe is going to be better for the earth, for the planet, for them. And they really shit kick their kids, especially the boys.
Now, what's worse? Them doing it because they hate men, or because if a woman hates men, I can't have a man. I got to make sure my son doesn't turn to become a man. That's one thing. Or I want attention. Let me castrate my son for attention. I feel like that's worse. I feel like at least you can be I mean, they're both bad. They're both getting castrating your son, but one's just like, oh, you're just doing this for attention. Literally just doing it for attention.
I think so.
But
I think so. Sure.
That's a famous feminist tweet where they go, "I'm about to get an ultrasound to check out or to find out whether my kid is going to be a girl or an abortion."
Yeah, I've seen that. And people think that that's a joke. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. As a matter of fact, it's so much not a joke that it has shifted the population of the world, where women are 52% of the population now.
Can you imagine if a man tweeted that out? Like, I can't wait to find out if my kid is going to be a boy or an abortion. I think they literally shut down Twitter to hunt him down for hate speech.
Yeah. Of course they would. But you know that you live in a gynocentric world. We all live in a gynocentric world. It doesn't matter if it's west. Doesn't matter if it's east. If you want to put pay to that shit, just tell anybody to take a look at what's going on in India or Pakistan.
Oh my!
You might have men in charge, but women run the populace.
The absolute simping that goes on in India,
it's terrible.
Is disgusting. I can't even begin to describe it. I feel so bad for all the red-pilled Indian Brutas that have to deal with the tomfoolery. Because it's just like you have a bunch of rural guys grape a student on a bus, and every single that's like what that's like that whole rural rapist crazy bus public kind of dude is less than 0.5% of all the Indian men. But now no, we got to treat every single Indian man as the worst possible man in the population, whereas you have women. And we've seen the pictures. You have women who will get their family to abduct Indian men and at gunpoint marry them, and the judges do it. The judges go, it's a legal marriage. That's fucked up.
Yeah.
It's so fucked up.
Yeah. It's about as fucked up as full-grown men marrying 11-year-old brides in the Middle East.
Yeah, that's more common in that's very common in what's the country? Pakistan. And part of it, it's, the dowry, keeping money in the same family. And so I was actually I had a debate with a little commie bitch, and I was trying to explain to him that the Pakistani culture, they'll take Pakistani women that were raised in the UK for all intents and purposes, Westerners. They'll fly them back to Pakistan to marry their Pakistani cousin. So the money stays in the same family. They'll get preggo. They'll come back to the UK and give birth to fish frog babies. And that's why Pakistanis are responsible, even though like less than 2% of the UK population, they're responsible for like 25% of all birth defects. And trying to go through that logical progression with the commie was impossible. He's like, well, why is your culture like that? I'm just like, because it keeps money in the family. He's like, well, where's your study? I'm like, do I need a study to tell you that fat Americans like to drink beer and watch football on Sunday? Like, God damn! I thought this was relatively simple to describe, but no, they're not really. These people aren't interested in arguing or coming to a reasonable discussion. They just want to prove that you're a racist, prove that you're whatever.
Yeah, that's a hard fucking hoe to a hard fucking job to hoe now anymore. The meaning of the word is absolutely useless anymore.
Oh yeah.
The shaming tactics that go on with that shit inside of their own community, it doesn't mean shit anymore. You familiar with the the Union Carbide deal over there in the 1980s in India?
No idea what that is. Union Carbide?
Yeah, Union Carbide. It was an American chemical company. Okay. They ended up having a very serious leak at the plant.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
That vapor at night seeped out and crept into a town, and it wiped out 20,000 people.
Yeah, no, that was a pretty famous.
Yeah, killed them in their fucking sleep. And Union Carbide was ordered to settle that, and to this day, they have not settled it. And the birth defects and the savage shit that has happened to those people over there, you wouldn't believe it.
Yeah, well, part of the reason why is in cultures where human life is abundant, it's not worth anything. That's why in China you see someone like die in the middle of the street in the city, and everybody walks by them. But I guarantee you, if someone dies in the middle of a rural village in China, people would stop and say, "Hey, what's up? That's my neighbor. That's my friend."
Yeah, have you seen the videos where they walk over the people?
Oh yeah. Well,
Like literally.
there's also like a part where if you do anything, you're liable for any kind of not legislation, legal liabilities. So like people, and that's like kind of
Yes,
like I
that's true.
think about that when I think about that train story. I'm like, where was all the men? I'm like, I'm not trying to get sued for putting my hands on a diverse immigrant. You'll
Nope.
just call me a racist. Nah, fuck that. You guys can handle it.
No, it's been some interesting shit, man. Interesting shit. Bomar du Brochet, another gathering of men and culture. We will take that one there, Bomar. Good evening, brothers. Good evening, sir. Good evening. No, my man Chronic is just in here talking. You gents, if you're not subbed to the channel, please sub to the channel. And remember, if he goes bye-bye, we can look forward to Undead Chronic 15.
Well, it's already up. I think my backup channel's up.
Oh, is that your backup?
XV. It's XV, yeah.
Yeah, 15. Cool.
I think the most legendary Undead Chronic channel was the Undead Plesno Band Chronic.
That was so funny.
They still banned it, but I was on a run for a little bit.
When that come up, I was like, what the fuck? Oh, that's funny as shit, man. It worked for a little while.
I felt like some of the YouTube censors were like, okay, we'll hold off a little bit on this green bitch.
Yeah, I think personally, I think that live that you've been doing has been generating some traffic. And as we all know, the Undead Chronic names, the names are everywhere. And motherfuckers are like, oh, I've seen that name before. You can't even get a handle on Twitter, can you?
No, I literally had Manic and other people try to make, if you put in Undead Chronic, it gets insta-banned. I'm like, oh, come on. Just let me get a little bit of trolling in. But, they like the only reason, like 80% of the reason I wanted a Twitter account was so I could like make fun of Jack Murphy. To be honest.
Murphy. Jesus God.
Murphy Cuck.
Sperm Wars.
I see on his Twitter and on his like different YouTube channels, like random Warband members will be like, how are the sperm wars? You have many scars.
How fast you get pushed out of that motherfucking stream.
I literally he does these brunches, these like live events, and okay, this is disgusting to me. He calls them jacked brunch because he's so jacked.
Is he jacked?
I mean,
it doesn't sound like he's very jacked.
It's when you're comparing yourself to land whales, okay, sure. But like for me, I hang around the boys at the gym. He'd be the smallest guy in my lifting squad. So like the fact that he just runs around, calls himself Jack, and does these live events, I want to pay someone to go with a sign that says, "Hi, Jack, I'm Matt from Tinder."
Matt Shea. He's going to teach Matt Shea how to be a manly man.
Well, no, it was Matt from Tinder was the dude that fucked his wife in that article. He's a big boy. He's jacked Murphy.
Yeah.
How dare you make fun of me, my masculinity?
I guess. Well, here's another fucking thing that's emblematic of being watched on YouTube is, well, fuck YouTube finally alerted me to this stream 2 hours after it started. Yeah. I get a lot of that shit.
YouTube, suck my green schlong.
There you go, my man.
That's all I gotta say about that.
There you go. Here we go. Hold on. Sebastian George. Hey, Hammerhand, any tips on maintaining a beautiful bald head like yours? Consistently shave it. You could wax it if you want to. I've never waxed mine. And actually, I've got a little bit on there right now. So I haven't shaved for a couple of days. But you can wax it. And if you get an aftershave, immediately after you shave, you get out, towel your head off. Don't pull hard on your scalp, but towel your head off and apply the aftershave. It tightens the skin, and it'll stay that way for a good day and a half. And just do that repeatedly, and then you'll end up with a leather fucking scalp like mine.
Oh, I thought you had like an army of cats that would just lick it at night.
Well, they could, but I wouldn't want them to die.
Oh,
so no dead kitties. I love the kitties. I'm a big fan of cats, man. A lot of folks don't like them. I love them.
R.I.P. all the cats. They're gonna have the last thing they're gonna see is their fat feminist owner falling down the stairs. Then they're gonna starve to death.
That's one of the things that really kind of irked the shit out of me here in the sphere, man, was everybody was starting to talk about these hideous bitches getting cats. And I'm like, no, give them fucking dogs or hamsters or something, man. Don't give them cats. I like the kitties.
See, I'm more of a dog person than a cat person. But
yeah, I know.
I think
you said that.
I think cats are the best move for those old feminist bitches because they will eat them as soon as they die. And cats are crafty, so they can escape, whereas a dog will be heartbroken and just wait until he expires.
This is true. But you've heard about the couple of stories over the last 4 or 5 years where bitches expired and the cats ate them. That's for real.
I know. That's why
real
I spoke about it in my videos.
They had like fucking 15 or 20 cats, and when the hose expired, the fucking cats were like,
Meow.
yeah, well, whatever.
Time to eat
food's food.
Time to eat this ugly bitch.
I love you so much, mommy. And they just get in there, boy, and they start tearing them up.
This is for feeding me dry food my entire pathetic life.
They said that they found one broad. She passed away sitting up, and they ate the bitch's fingers off.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like 4 or 5 cats, and they ate her fucking fingers off.
But not the face?
Huh?
But not the face?
I didn't hear about the face. I heard about the fingers. That's what attracted me to the article. And
started.
Yeah, they probably have.
Give cats enough time to eat the whole thing. Well, I guess let me think. It's kind of the cats there are, but if the body starts rotting, the cat won't eat it. But it's fresh, first couple days, yeah, they'll eat that shit.
Yeah. Well, your body softens up just a touch, right? Like a couple of days after death, makes it easier to tear it up.
Yeah, I just don't know whether or not a cat's going to be down to eat rotten flesh. But I guess I don't know what that, it's probably between a week and 2 weeks where it gets too gross for the cat.
I guess if you're starving.
Oh, yeah. If the doors are locked, the cat, buckle up, kitty cat. It's time to, earn your calories.
285 of you sorry some of my bitches hanging out with us tonight. And you're not really sorry. I'm just playing with you. But I want to thank you for coming on here, brother. You got time or you need to jet?
Oh, no, I'll let you know when I need to bounce. I got time.
Right on. I think I've got a few more minutes here. I think we can run till 8 my time, so another 15 minutes or so. Mm-hmm. Well, by the clock here, it's going to be another 9 minutes, so another 9 minutes or so.
9.
Here we go. There's one for you.
At least you're not speaking German, right?
9. Yeah. At Undead Chronic, what's your thoughts on cold exposure, i.e. cold shower after a workout, etc.? I hear it can help increase testosterone.
Yeah, usually I take a little baggie of ice with me to the gym and I just put it on my nutsack while I work out.
Now you for real on that?
No, that's a joke. Your Hammerhand just looking at me. Hammer's looking at the camera just like, is this next level masculinity? No, I don't. I mean, I'll do cold showers every now and then, but I haven't looked into any of the studies about increasing testosterone. You probably don't want to take. Yeah, here's my vice, Hammerhand.
I'm listening.
I love, filling the 3-person tub up with hot water and getting some bitches in it. But I know hot water is bad. You can't be sitting in hot water all day, but I'll have them bitches rub me out.
No, you kill that motherfucking, that load you're producing.
Yep. I have Lou and Lulu rub out my bad juju, if you know what I mean.
I love a tub of hot water. I love a tub of cold water. I just got to be ready for either one.
No, that's true. That's true. So, yeah, I spent some time up in, you've been to Vegas, right?
I've been through Vegas, never been to Vegas.
Oh, well, I kind of liked it. I was at one of them hotels with the really nice bathrooms. That was a nice bath, but you don't need to be in Vegas to do that. But no, that's and that's one of the things that I was so just baffled with the Cucking Made Easy conference. So we're going to Las Vegas, the epitome of masculinity. I'm like, that is the epitome of sympatry. That's like giving your money to a bunch of rich bankers that own casinos and a bunch of whores stripping off.
Yep. That's the most basic misunderstanding that you can have in this sphere is thinking that going to a place like Vegas is masculine. It's not. So much fucking cucketry goes on in Vegas. Unbelievable shit.
It just proves that they are doing what mainstream media tells them is masculine.
I agree.
Going to Vegas was propped up by all the mainstream media. What happens at Vegas stays in Vegas. I'm going to go to Vegas, so all these shows and movies, and they're basically virtue signaling to us, real red pill men, go to where society says is masculine. I'm gonna, that's why like Jack Murphy in his article, he says my dick is still hard. I'm like, I don't care about why are you talking about your genitals, bro? This is disgusting.
Oh man, I don't think I've laughed and gagged as much as we did on that fucking live. That
might be my
was
best video I ever made.
just brutal. That was brutal. Cyberscape, thanks for the screenshot, Hammer. You and Undead Chronic are a lot more important than you might think. Thanks for keeping on. I appreciate that, brother. I appreciate it. I can't speak for the green skin here, but I appreciate it.
Tell Susan that.
My
feelings are hurt, Hammerhand. My feelings are hurt. I shouldn't be surprised, but every time it hurts.
Well, hey, man, at least they didn't yoink your whole channel.
Yeah.
In the middle of a live stream.
Yeah, I guess that's I guess we have to take account and be thankful for what we do have, because we've both experienced to just take it out in the middle of the night. So I guess I am.
Oh yeah,
a little
man.
bit.
So Sits, Hammer, can we get a fucker bitch? Yes, you can, sir. Yes, you can. I don't know why it's so amazing, but yeah, there you go.
You got a lot of memes that you take part in that people love.
Yes, this is true. It's Mr. Hathaway. Drinking soda out of a pussy seems a little fishy. It's going to taste a little fishy when you get it back.
I can't even imagine just
guzzling it.
Even eating a bitch out. That is for your wife, if anything. You can't be out here diving into coochie face first. You're going to get throat cancer.
Yeah, you have to absolutely vet a person that you intend to have any type of oral sex with, man. STDs are through the fucking roof, and they've set new records consecutively for the last 6 years.
Oh, yeah.
You absolutely cannot do that. Can't do that.
Especially for women. Now, the male STD rate is kind of standardized. It's kind of staying the same. What does it tell you, Hammerhand?
Yeah, it's low. We know who's spreading it. It's a certain amount of men and most women.
Mm-hmm. That's why I like to call this we're in a pseudo-polygamous society, because it's not legal, but they're still doing it.
Yeah, they just haven't figured out a way to make it attractive where people can completely 100% totally abandon their morals and their ethics. But yeah.
I think where it is the harem masters don't have to pay for their punitis. Instead, all the dudes that get no puniti, they're on the hook to pay for these used up whores and their children.
Yeah. I mean, that's what it is. If you're consigned to that genetics dustbin, well, and I know that's kind of harsh, but it's kind of what it is. Then yeah, you have to serve out a function somewhere. Crazy Canuck at Undead Chronic. Did you see anything about a new flesh-eating STD?
No, I did. That's let me get the name here.
Yep.
I heard it's actually pretty new. Yeah, it's Donosophis. Let me get the pronunciation right so I don't sound like a damn fool.
When did they discover this?
So no, this isn't particularly new. I think it's just increasing in prevalence. Flesh-eating STD that causes beefy red ulcers, which is there's like 3 or 4 of them that will cause that. But it's
I've got some Salisbury steak down here for you, baby.
Oh, Lily, you open your pants. You're like, I didn't order some ground beef. Oh shit, that's my dick.
God damn. Pardon my language. Oh,
it's
man.
Donovanosis. Donovanosis is common in India, Papua New Guinea, Central Australia, the Caribbean, and Southern Africa.
Oh, bro, so that's some third world shit.
There's probably these bitches that are going traveling for the gram, bringing that shit back to the West.
Yep.
Yeah, there's only 30 cases in 2019, but that's like seeing Ebola in the West. You're like, what is this doing here? And then you see this crazy tropical STD.
Man, that's crazy.
I think
that's some nasty shit.
Now it gets some headlines, but I'm more concerned about super gonorrhea. I've been joking about that for years.
Super syphilis too.
There's a gonorrhea in is it Norway? It's one of those northern European countries all the sluts live.
Elmau checkmate in the house, man. Long time no see. What's up, Hammer and chat room? It has changed from poontang to poison tang.
Mm-hmm.
So go ahead and finish yourself.
Oh no, I'm just saying super gonorrhea is getting common in Norway. And do you know what the cure for that is, Hammerhand?
No.
Surgery.
Is that right?
We have no drugs that can cure it. We got to cut off any infected part of your schlong.
I heard I hadn't heard the surgery part, but I heard that it was very difficult to deal with resistant syphilis and resistant gonorrhea. They're calling them super syphilis, super gonorrhea.
Yeah, well, at first it was difficult, but then we had like a couple drugs that were working, and now the gonorrhea is just like, oh, you hit me with that same pussy shit? Nah, you gotta do better than that, bitch. And all the doctors are like, oh fuck, yeah, sorry, bro, you lost your dick.
They talking about it's exploding in the UK.
Yeah, it's because the UK is, again, we all have different problems, but the amount of, I mean, it's just the West. It's the West. It's these sluts out here fucking around, no condoms. These dudes fucking these bitches. These dudes fucking hookers. These hookers fucking the chads too. And it's a giant orgy. And it's funny because, like, imagine this giant orgy in a pit, and they're all like turning into zinc walker demons and syphilis ridden hoes. And there's like incels around, like, I want to join. I want to join. I'm like, what? You want to get into that?
Wow.
I don't get it.
I guess I get it. I understand, but I just don't understand how stupid people are with this shit, man. This is your one and only body, and being overcome by a desire to beat the back out of somebody shouldn't cost you your life.
Yeah, maybe we'll be able to just grow our wives in vats in 10, 15 years here.
Well, yeah, go ahead.
I was saying I don't have faith that the U.S. or the West will fund that research, but I know China is down to do that because they got a woman problem too.
Yeah, no shit. I was going around with some feminist on TikTok last night. And she was talking about, you just don't know how close we are to eliminating you men altogether. We don't need you. Sperm's not vital to the production of a baby. Yeah, she said it.
Hey, I mean, if these clam munchers want to go live on an island by themselves, I would love it.
I wouldn't be bothered by it one little bit. You know, I'll tell you what, you can stay here. Send me to the fucking island. I'm good.
Hammerhand's gonna be on the island with like some coconuts, and he's gonna look across the beach and see a green motherfucker with just like a bunch of crabs on a stick. Harry's like, oh, why are you naked? They gave us loincloths. I'm like, what?
Green skin's gotta be free.
The sun makes my skin glow ever so faintly in the tropical breeze. Don't you agree? And James is in the back just puking.
I'm gonna put you on the fucking boat way offshore. I'll stay on the beach. Oh man. Well, we're excuse me. We are at 3 hours, gentlemen and ladies. If you happen to tune in, give it up for our guest, Undead Chronic. I did not expect this to happen, but I'm sure he did not expect to have his channel fucking yoinked for only 2 weeks, though. But still,
I thought I'd be shilling for shekels by now. But thanks for having me on the show, man.
Oh, you can, brother.
A great time.
Get it. I already put your PayPal link up once, so go ahead.
Oh no. That's just bad form to show your own PayPal onto the man's channel.
I already put it up. It's not bad form. Look, reserve member of the war band. Okay.
Was that like a contract? It's just like you got to sign it. It's just like Will Shill, PayPal.me/TheUnderChronic once every month.
Done, fulfilled.
Again, your son's gonna come back home from school and be like, I failed my project. You're like, what do you mean? It's just like, here's my paper. And it's just PayPal.me/TheUnderChronic printed out 80 times. You're like, the printer got hacked. You're like, damn it, Chronic.
No shit.
Get away. But yeah, thanks for having me on, man. I won't take too much of your time. I'm gonna listen to the first half of this stream later, but I'll hit you up on Google later.
All right, bro. Well, you came in at about 2 hours and 6 minutes, so you got 2 hours and 6 minutes to listen to during gym time.
Amazing. Okay. Take it easy, man.
Yeah, peace, brother. Well, gentlemen, peace out tonight. Have yourselves a wonderful time. I figured I had some time to kill tonight, so I get on here and do a stream and we talk about some crazy shit. Sexual diseases, overthrow of the country, vodka and pussies. I think we got it. We got it all covered, right? I think so. You know, STD heaven out there for those people that like strangely colored penises and vaginas, the clap, the drip, you know, all that good shit. But still, yeah, I hope you weren't eating. Peace out, you wonderful human beings. I'm going to jet myself out of here. It was nice to see Elmau Checkmate. Haven't seen you for a long time, my friend. I would hope that you would be active on that channel again if you still have it. And if not, peace, long live, and prosper, long life and prosper, and do all of that good shit out there in the world. And I hope you're living life. You know, every time I see somebody come and go in this community, I hope that when they're going, it's to a better place. It's to a better life, you know, and that it wasn't sickness or something that took them from the world. So I was glad to see you, my friend. Peace out. Gentlemen, lady or two that's hanging out in here lurking, because I see you. Y'all have yourselves a wonderful time, a great night. Live long and prosper, and I will see you on the next one. And remember, every day above dirt is a good day, even if it's a shit sandwich.